Oh, we are live. Welcome back to Monday Madness. I'm here joined by Brian Master None, Chris Jedi, Joe's Doolin. What's going on, everyone? How was your weekend?
Can I read the first comment?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Bam! Okay, we're done.
There we go.
Hey, Wamba, and Bob.
Daryl, my boy.
Oh, that
I had a pretty good weekend. Well, you know about my weekend. I'd fucking bother you all weekend. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
He's like texting me, like his time is like 3:30, 4:30 my time. I'm like, this guy.
No, but I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm thinking, Brian. I'm thinking he's gonna read it when he wakes up, right? And then he messages you back. He's like, oh, I'm watching Discovery, and I'm like, the one with Michael. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, what are you doing awake? Wait, and why are you yelling at me for texting you if you're awake?
Well, shoot, dude, I got hooked on
Kings. What's up? That's my boy, Kings Porto. I'm sorry, I shout out.
I have the Peacock at the moment.
Yeah.
So I started watching. What's the word I'm looking for? That's right, Yellowstone. Fantastic show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
my mom.
You're gonna get the problem is you're not gonna get sucked into the 1800 Yellowstone one and the
1863 and then the one
I have their Paramount Plus, so I'll be able to watch.
I think they're on Paramount. They're not on. They're not on.
Brian, I tried to watch it. And I do love Beth. I love Beth. I think she's beautifully broken.
Fantastic.
She's one of the best characters I've ever seen on TV.
You like broken women,
but I couldn't finish it after. By the time I got in the second season, I was like, this is the same old, for me anyway. But my dad loved it, rest his soul, and my mom still watches it. She still loves it.
I love
that
it.
and The Sopranos. She watches them over and over and over.
If you want to watch something that has a Yellowstone-ish feel yet is more hardcore sci-fi,
the one with the hole in the ground, the one with the hole in the ground.
Yeah, Outer Range.
My friend Joe, my friend Scott will not shut up about that show, and he's like, Chris,
it's not that outstanding, but it's not bad.
He's like, Chris, how are you not watching it? It's got your boy in it. It's got Thanos in it. You love Thanos, and I'm like, that's Josh Brolin. That's not Thanos. They're different. They're not the same.
That's
Bradley Cooper.
To me, it's the kid from the Goonies.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper isn't really a talking raccoon, guys. They're not the same thing.
Well, I kind of been enjoying a lot of the quote unquote, I guess you'd call them a neo western.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Type way to look at it, but like I'm enjoying just that genre as a whole. Like when Longmire came out,
there's a quiet beauty to them. There's just they're beautiful to watch.
Yeah,
because you have large scale. That's why I like Dune and stuff like that.
Yeah, wide angle camera.
The scope,
the
scope of what you're seeing.
Guys, the very first scene sucks you in when he's driving by the bus. It's got that giant field with a grizzly bear in it, and people are taking pictures of it. And he's like, "Hey, you guys might want to get back in that bus. That thing will kill you."
I saw that in the theaters, Kings. I saw that in the theaters.
The remake of 310.
Yeah, I just didn't like the ending, and someone has to explain the ending to me. I never understood it. His boys are ride or die for him. They come to rescue him, and then he turns on his boys.
I don't remember. Okay, so like this is one of those ones where I was the third wheel. Like I was
there. That's where I lived, Daryl.
Who your boyfriend was there?
Yeah. Daryl's like Ozark is so freaking good. You know that's where I live, right? Literally right outside the Ozarks. I go there every summer. You can see all the places they filmed it. You know,
is Ozark really that good?
It's very good.
Yeah, it is. It's well done.
That's what I've heard. I have to check that one out. That's on my list too. Like
there's so many good shows that I to watch.
It rained all weekend, so I binged because I finally chilled out for Apple TV. It was the last streaming service I didn't own. And I've watched a bunch of stuff on there, and I was looking for something. I was like, I've been through this, watched all the Sugar, watched all the Silo. I watched all those, and now I was like, oh. So I watched all the seasons of The Servant.
I heard that's good.
And it was interesting. Yeah. It was weird. It was one of those things. It's like I'll keep watching it.
I heard Masters of the Sky is very good too. It's very accurate.
I watched the first 2 episodes, maybe. No, it's good on
Ted Lasso.
Evil.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Evil's
haven't-
great. Evil. I was watching Evil
is
when it was on
is
CBS.
amazing.
It was once they moved it to Paramount, it was better because they could be a little more graphic with things. Because the first season was on CBS, so it was very good, but it was still toned down a little bit. Then they got to open it up a little bit once it got to Paramount. But it is a great series. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very well cast.
You know, anytime a priest is tempted by the flesh, I am all for it.
Yeah, I have my little quirks too. For example, case in point,
Yeah,
voices. I have a thing for voices. You know, that's a great voice.
I know. Thank you.
Okay.
I
you have a
get
great voice.
told that a lot.
Mama,
I get told that a lot.
Mama Bear. Mama Bear has like that voice, man. I don't know. We need to make her do an intro for one of our channels, boys. For real. I'm just saying.
Welcome to Kingdom of Nerds.
Exactly. Oh my god, bro. No shit.
Mama Bear should do some voice acting. She has the voice for it.
She absolutely has the voice for it.
Oh.
She really does, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Totally Made Up Adventures of Dick Turpin as well. That made me laugh.
Might be the longest title I've ever heard in my life. What is it?
The
Dude,
Totally
what is
Made Up
it?
Adventures of Dick Turpin.
Dick Turpin.
I thought Birds of Prey had the longest title of all time.
It might.
It
What is
might
it?
actually. And the
Misadventures of some chick named Ollie.
Some chick named Harley.
I thought it
We
was
have to rebrand this movie and throw Harley Quinn's name in it because no one will see Birds of Prey.
Well, let me see. Look it up. What movie has the longest title ever?
I didn't hate that movie. A lot of people did. I didn't hate it.
What the? Okay, I looked it up. It's. Is this real? It's called If Night of the Day of the Dawn of the Sun of the Bride of the Return of the Revenge of the Terror of the Attack of the Evil Mutant Hellbound Flesh Eating Subhumanoid Zombified Living Dead Part 2 in shocking 2D.
Is that directed by Perp?
Could they have just called
right?
it
It sounds
Scary
like
Movie 5?
Yes, a long pretentious name for a totally pretentious movie. Perp.
I was just gonna say Scary Movie 5.
Is this even real? This was
Is it fan made?
1991. 1991. This is an actual movie.
It's a thing. Oh,
Wow.
I was not aware of that. All right.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
you're right.
Bruce, you
Yes.
were right. You were right. I'm kind of picky. I'm a bit of a game snob. So I've never played.
I know you are.
I've never played the Nathan Drake games.
Oh, there's too many puzzles.
He talked to me. I wasn't mad about the puzzle. I was mad about explore, have a gunfight, explore, have a horde mode, explore, have a gunfight, explore, have a horde mode. Same thing over and over. But when the zombies showed up, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. Fuck it, I'm in. And I just finished it, so I'm gonna start part 2 later.
You
I
finished
went-
part 1 already?
Yeah, I binged it all. I grinded all the way through it. It's only like
Wow.
it's only like a 10-hour campaign, man.
You know,
Really?
it's whenever it came out a decade or more ago, everybody took their time playing it because they didn't want it to end because it was so good. It was like the first game that actually had a story that was compelling and made you want to sit there
Absolutely.
and watch the game.
I can see people like actually doing that and getting spoiled because that's what God of War on PlayStation did to me, and that's what Ghost of Tsushima did to me. It got me spoiled now, especially Ghost of Tsushima. Holy shit!
Did you ever play Heavy Rain?
No. But
It's a
there's so many to
story-driven
choose from.
game. It's amazing. You play as 5 or 6 different characters, and all the choices you make change the ending of the game. You
Is
have
it
to
anything
find
like the movie? Like the one with the what's his face in it? Michael Douglas.
Christian Slater.
No, this is about a serial killer that
Or that was
kidnaps
hard.
and kills
Sean
kids.
Penn and Michael Douglas.
You have to
in,
you have
the
to
game?
save. There's a boy that's kidnapped by a serial killer, and he's in a drain or somewhere underground, and you have to find him and save him before the rain drowns him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
like
game was-
anxiety, dude. That's anxiety, bro.
I freaking platinum. That was my first platinum game. I got every ending. That game is so good. It's
I've
insane.
never played. I'm gonna give Fade my Xbox to use because he's been wanting the game. Daryl, I've never played the Far Cry games, but I'm really looking at Part 3. Part 3 is like, Chris, come play me now. But I'm also like really interested in this one that Bruce showed me that I didn't even know existed. The Drist game, the one with Drist, Dark Alliance.
Oh, yeah, the Dark
with
Alliance.
Drist and Caddy, and oh my god, dude, that one
Yes,
I might have to get into that, man.
Yes,
Because now I'm like I'm all addicted to RP. I'm like all addicted
fantasy
to
nerds
RPGs
that
now.
read all the books by R.A. Salvatore.
But the black elves and the black no, they're dark,
elves.
but they have
Dark
black
elves.
skin, right? Which ones have the black
Yes.
skin, like full black skin?
The Dark Elves.
Okay, yeah, it's so good. Them books are so good. I can't wait to play that game.
All right. Before we start, anybody got any pickups they want to show off?
Actually, I did get a couple things today.
You know, I'm so sick of you guys flexing on us with all your new shit. I'm just saying, whatever.
Hey,
I'll go first. I got like 4 things today.
One of these things that came in, I ordered last month from Canada and just magically came in today.
So I got this really cheap off of eBay for like $60 when she becomes Hawkeye. Bishop.
I love Kate Bishop. Something about her character. I've been reading a little bit about her now. Ever since you showed me a certain place I can read, and
Yes.
and I'll tell you, man, that's maybe my second favorite of all the Marvel shows after WandaVision.
And I got this because one of the guys in the Discord was like, "Go grab them. They're like $20-some a piece." Some Betty paid.
I love them,
Nice.
dude. That's my girl,
I
man.
read them.
Listen, you got your what's her face? What is her name? The blonde bombshell that died. The other one. Her counterpart.
Marilyn
You got your Marilyn Monroe guys, and you got your Betty Page guys.
I
And
think
I'm
it's
a Betty,
demonetized.
I'm a Betty Page guy.
I'm a Betty Page guy
Yeah.
all the way.
What do you got, Joe?
Oh, I got let's see. Going with my Darwin Cook obsession recently.
Nice.
X-Force 124. This is Mike Allred and Darwin Cook cover, which is awesome. And the books on the shelf, which I never really noticed either. There's a Bukowski book there and a Harlan Ellison book, which was just kind of a nice little touch, which I enjoyed. And then I had a Kickstarter that came in, so some flops, Switchblade Stories.
Ooh, Switchblade.
Ooh, I like that cover
Covers
too,
of
man.
that.
Yeah.
And then
Oh my gosh, it looks like a damaged hooker. I love it.
Switchblade Secrets with it as well, which was nice. And that's what I got.
I got some to show.
What you got? What you got?
It's not comic related, but it's some personal stuff. I got a movie ticket collection. Right
Nice.
here. This is from some movies I've seen throughout the years. Let's see here. It's pretty. I'm surprised some of these are kind of holding up. Let's see which one. Now there is
I don't know the last time I held a actual ticket in my hand.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Nice.
Oh, I have so many of them.
Let's see.
I have some
Ooh.
sitting here in front of me. That's funny.
Alita Battle
These are
Angel.
real cool.
Uh-huh.
Great movie. Great movie.
Yep, that one. Let's see. There's a couple
I've
of
seen it.
one. Let's see. Oh, there
Jane
you go.
Mansfield is just a low rent Marilyn Monroe, though, Thade. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Here you go, Bruce. If
How was that?
that was good, it was better than the trailer. Actually, I
I heard
liked
that
it.
from a lot of people. Danica, my daughter, was like, "No, Dad, it's really good.
No,
a kid or an adult can watch it."
My mom, she saw it before me. She called me and she said, she thought it was good and she kind of cried. I was like, oh wait, is it really that good? She cried. I heard it was emotional, but
I'm gonna make you feel really old when I show you mine because I happen to have some of mine sitting next to me.
here's one more. I'm not ashamed to show this, but
Barbie?
no,
Morbius. I like
It's Morbin
Morbius.
time.
I want more
was alright.
Morbius.
I have
Where is it
like
going?
all my Marvel stuff. I have like literally over there in a box.
Damn,
All my Marvel
Where?
stuff. I got Infinity War and Endgame. I got them all. I've always had them.
damn. A lot of my older ones are faded now. God damn it.
I
There's
saw what you did
a-
there. Terry Floyd, I saw what you did there. When I was young, I lost my head over Jane Mansfield. I see what you did there.
There's Bumblebee. There you go. But I had Transformers on there, but they're faded as hell, so they don't know use. I gotta take care of them. But, yep,
You know what?
there
You
go.
know what you can do, Blue Jay, is if you can buy those card holders for like magic cards and stuff and put them in there.
Nice.
What?
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. Wow, 2005. That was my parole
Hellboy,
date.
2004.
Wow.
Oh my dude.
You know,
I got a
40-year-old virgin.
2004, I was in the academy. Oh, wait.
40-year-old virgin.
Bukowski, Born Into This. Great movie. The Aristocrats. If you've never seen The Aristocrats, if you are a fan of comedy and
love comedy.
don't mind things being a little dirty,
I love dirty comedy.
Phenomenal documentary style movie. Of course. And Wedding Crashers.
I need a
I saw that in the theaters.
Isla Fisher was so funny in Wedding Crashers because I'll
was.
find you.
And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I like that one.
Charlie the Chocolate Factory.
Hey, Joe, do you have like a folder that kind of keeps them like in good shape?
No, I actually just had everything in an envelope and then in a just like a little art book, sketchbook that I had, and I just kept them in there for the longest time.
Why don't you get a picture album and just like put them between the
Yeah,
plastic?
see, that's what I was thinking because I have all of these in this little white box with the little fuzz foam on there just to cover it up. Because they were sitting there for so long that the older tickets from like 2017 were starting to fade. It's like this is
buy card holders, the things that you put magic
Dude,
cards.
I've got
card holders are cheap.
Dude, I still have my tickets from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Nice.
From 1999.
Ooh.
Nice.
This was supposed to be by Transformers The Last Night ticket, and it faded away. So yeah, whatever.
Somewhere in this
Jeff.
house of overpriced stuff that I've spent my life collecting that I wish I could sell now. I have a collection of tickets, and I know one of them is Top Gun and one of them's Goonies. Like I have tickets that go back that far.
Oh wow.
Let's
get the show started.
I got old concert tickets floating around. But
I got a ton of those, Joe.
Yeah.
Next, another stream for another time. Baby.
Another stream.
Woo! I bet I got at
Let's
least a
get
dozen
started.
Slipknot concert tickets.
So first up, little box office. If 35 million for the weekend, Kingdom of the Apes 26 million, and The Strangers Chapter 1 12 million.
Okay, so the Apes is still pumping it out, huh? Like,
Yeah.
What was the drop? Not too bad. That's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it didn't drop too much. Probably like what 40% maybe.
But 35 million domestic for If when it had horrible marketing, I'm going to go ahead and say is a win.
And it was a horrible trailer.
Yeah, I'm going to say that one's a win.
Yeah, that trailer was bad. And I didn't see The Strangers, the original Strangers. Was it good?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
up there with it's up there with some of the most original horror done in a long time. It's very claustrophobic, it's very anxiety, and it can be scary, and the ending will blow you away. The ending, you're just like, what? Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
The one after it was dog shit.
The weekend numbers continually are so until summer blockbusters hit.
Does anybody feel that with the way the blockbusters, I never understood why they would start with like a Fast and the Furious movie at the beginning of the summer when that's meant to be at the end. And I don't understand why they released Fall Guy so early, because I think if they would have released it later in July or August, that could have been a huge movie. I
don't think so. I don't think the audience was there for it.
That's so weird.
Everyone I know that saw it was like, "Oh, I was entertained. It was a decent movie."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't get it. Him coming off of Barbie like that, it was like the year of Ryan, you know?
Yeah, but that's the first big opening he's ever had. Obviously, no one showed up for him to see Barbie, unfortunately.
But he's always no. He's always had a ton of critical acclaim though. Look at The Notebook.
Critical,
look at Driver. You know, he's always had.
I was there for Drive and Only God Forgives.
That one's the weird one. I didn't understand. I didn't understand that one.
So you're talking about Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
I was on the phone.
Yeah.
If making, I mean, that's a pretty decent number for a movie like this, honestly, because people say it was tracking for 40, and I felt like
Yeah,
that's.
it's underperformed.
But
I mean,
it's again, remember what we've seen with kids movies. They stick around because there's not a lot of kids movies. So they tend to hang around in that, 10 to 12 to $8 million for 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. So
yeah, we got this one, and there's Garfield coming out next week, and that one's tracking for 35.
Yeah, but it's up against Furiosa.
Well, it's different. One is for kids. One is
Garfield doesn't cost that much. It's like 60 million.
I know the critics didn't like it.
I mean, some kids movies tend to
Was-
be like that.
Were
It's
the
not
other ones
anymore.
well received?
Yeah,
Other two
because
Garfields?
but a lot of it had to do with Bill Murray, I think. But yeah, they were they were
the
well
first
received.
movie.
It's Bill
the-
Murray.
Dude, the first movie made a lot of money, but that movie was terrible for most people. I like that first movie because I watched that shit growing up with Bill Murray.
I want a Heathcliff movie. Where's my Heathcliff movie?
People don't know who Heathcliff
People don't
is.
even know who Heathcliff is, man.
I'm
I
like-
don't even know.
Even my young ass know who Heathcliff is, but nobody know who Heathcliff
I
is.
know. Well, they can learn to know him.
I can still remember the
Sure.
theme song to Heathcliff, believe it or not. That's crazy.
Really?
Like, yeah.
There's a funny.
I think I vaguely remember it. Yeah.
So someone made a funny joke
can
when
remember the theme song,
they
man.
first
Yeah.
announced the Amazing Spider-Man.
Understood. Something like
There was
that.
Tearing down the neighborhood. Yeah, I remember the theme song. That's crazy.
Mm.
I remember someone calling him Andrew Garfield, Andrew Heathcliff. I mean Garfield.
I used to love Heathcliff, dude. Fuck,
Heathcliff,
man.
and then what was the other one at the other half of the hour? The three cats, and we had the other cat had the hat on.
I'm
Top
just gonna say it.
Who?
I'm
Top
just gonna
Cat.
say it.
Top cat.
Heathcliff had a badass chick. I'm not even gonna lie. Heathcliff's woman was dope.
You stupid.
yeah.
She was hot. She was hot as shit. No,
Garfield.
she was hot. She was hot as
Get
hell. man.
Garfield.
If you look at Garfield.
I can't.
Look her up. Look her up. Find a picture. Find a picture
I-
right now. No,
Oh my god.
I went to a college with the kid we called Mongo because he looked like Mongo from
Jabberjaw. Oh my god. Can we? Did
Oh,
anybody
the
remember?
talking shark. It was total speed buggy ripoff with the talking shark. Jabberjaw. Total fucking speed buggy ripoff, man. But it was funny.
Hold up. Oh, Speed.
USA. The USA. Does anybody remember the USA Cartoon Express? All the USA cartoons you would get.
No.
That's where I saw Jabberjaw.
I remember
Here we go.
Alligator.
Check her out. Little hottie. Got a little leg warmers on. Got the
Mongo.
pat. She got
Oh
the
my
Pat
God.
Benatar thing going on. The little aerobics outfit. Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
That was the
Hey,
80s, baby.
if you got leg warmers on, you're ready for action.
Hell yeah! Pat Benatar all day, man. She got the '80s vibe. That's why I like her, man. I like that '80s vibe.
Yeah.
Anybody remember? Anybody that ever watched Boomerang? Ever watch Wally Gator? Like, see you later, alligator.
No.
Hong Kong Fooey.
I remember.
I remember
Oh,
Hong
no.
Kong Fooey. Yeah.
We need a
Yeah, I
Hong
remember
Kong
that.
Fooey movie.
All right, next up, Knights of the Old Republic will be a show. Lucasfilm went back and forth about what to do with Knights of the Old Republic, whether to make it a movie or a TV show. Now they have made a decision. It will be a show. This is
Thank
rumor.
you.
Rumor.
Oh man, no. I don't want that.
That's-
rumor.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I don't know. I hope they do. They've been teasing it for years.
There's enough material there that it'd be nice
Yeah.
to have it just be a show.
Well, weren't they supposed to do a remake of the game? And they got canned.
Yeah, they were gonna MMO it. They were gonna make it huge, and they canceled it. And then they did the same thing with that 1313 project, whatever that one was.
No, they did the Old Republic MMO. It's still going. I play it.
Oh, maybe it is a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, the Old Republic MMO.
It's not. It's definitely not on a console. I can tell you that.
But yeah, it's, you can play it on console. I just don't think you can play it on PlayStation. You can play it on Xbox.
I'm
They
not a
just do
furry.
it.
I'm just saying when I was young. I'm not furry.
Aw.
I'm just saying when I was young, you remember things like that, you know?
Are you a fox or a unicorn?
What was it? Isn't it the reptile ones that are the ones that are the snobs of the furry community because their suits cost more? I had heard that
Are there really furry snobs? Is that a thing?
Yes,
But
because
there's
their
lizards.
suits. Yeah,
Oh my God, it's
they're-
true. It's true. There really is toxicity in every fandom there is.
Yeah, their suits like cost like
Yeah, it doesn't
$1,000
matter.
more. So like regular furries look down upon them because they're like snobs with their.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's actually a thing. That blows my mind. If that's actually a thing.
Anthropomorphic crush.
Wow.
There's social strata everywhere.
Yeah, you're right. 'Cause how many people were crushing on Jessica Rabbit?
I agree with all of that.
Yeah, but she was a human.
What?
I can. I mean,
Don't say it like it's. Don't say it like it's. Don't say it like it's past tense.
He's a cartoon.
No, and see, and now we go back to voices. Who voiced her? Kathleen Turner, one of the sultriest voices ever, kind of like Mama Bears. I'm just saying.
Serial Mom, best movie ever.
I
made.
love Serial Mom.
I love. I can
That's
still
my
watch that
favorite
and laugh
movie.
hysterically every time. Yeah.
Oh, when the guys understand that she's moving her thighs together, he's like, I don't understand.
Her prank calls in that movie were
they were
phenomenal.
amazing.
Right.
And it was a thin Ricky Lake. Wait, was she? No, she wasn't. Sorry.
He's never really been, ever.
Then
What happened to Ricky Lake anyway?
She's still around.
Yeah, she's out there
I'm not gonna
somewhere.
say nothing.
Does she have an OnlyFans? Let me find out.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I would not look at a Ricky Lake's OnlyFans. I wouldn't.
You would
Yeah.
be curious and you would look. You know you would.
You know who used to be actually pretty though? I swear to God, you're gonna think I'm crazy. Rosie O'Donnell, when she was on VH1, she was very curvy and very pretty at one time. She had the big Jersey hair, that big poof and all that. Yeah, oh, she looked good, man. And then all of a sudden, just I don't know, one day,
Yeah, I'm
you
sorry.
know.
I was a Martha Quinn MTV person.
Oh, dude, Nina Blackwood. Yeah, the old days with Mark Curry and all of them. Yeah, man. I can't believe I'm so old that I was alive when MTV started.
You were-
I still remember that Dan Cortez. Shit,
We
man.
were alive when MTV played music on.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
now there's
Music
kids.
television meant something.
Yeah, now there's kids that are being born that are part of the millennials and the Zoomers. They don't even know. They have no idea. Like the closest they've come to watching music was like that shit with Carson Daly, where it was Backstreet Boys and Britney all
Total
the time.
TR. What was it?
Yeah,
TR.
TRL.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
all MTV now does is play like 23 hours of ridiculousness and then like 1 hour of something else.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
T-Moms.
Oh yes,
Teen
Teen
Mom.
Mom, which is a winner of a show.
I don't even know. I don't know what's funnier, the fact that show's still on or that Bruce knew it.
That movie originally-
T-Moms 2 is playing now. They're on the island with their baby daddies.
are like
Oh, boy.
Being all sexy and stuff.
That's
Oh,
crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
These girls are they're all grown up.
They're all pushing 30 now.
Yeah.
You
You know, they're past the age of Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, sorry.
Oh, we got a Leo joke in there, but I'm pumped.
That happens real fast.
Yes, it does.
So anybody excited for this? Or it's been too long?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think it's been too long, and I think that Star Wars fans, especially ones that played this game and love this lore, are going to be super excited about it.
I just downloaded the second game on the Steam Deck, dude.
I love it.
You know, it'll be great.
This
This
is a chance for them to hit the feels of the people that are complaining about a lot of the other stuff.
That will complain anyway, though, Joe. You know they will.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
play
they
it right
will.
away.
They will.
How come
Yeah,
Darth
Star
Vader
Wars
didn't
weapons.
come up?
As
on,
I
man,
said,
you
it
can't
gives them
please
a
all these- you
chance.
can't
It
please
gives them a
everybody.
chance.
That's
Can we
not
get
the
a
color of Revan's
Skywalker in
lightsaber.
this? Can we get a Skywalker in this, please?
Yeah,
Is there a
there's
way
going
to
to be
bring
a
Darth Vader from the past?
there's going to be a droid in this show too. That every show needs a droid as well, and they're going to
course.
treat this like
Ah.
like it's part of our history and all that stuff. Like this should be right. This should be correct. The historical accuracy.
Damn it.
That
Compare
it.
it to us, like go back. Yeah.
we should.
You're
we
gonna
should-
get those elitists though that are like, well, that's technically the wrong shade of purple for Revan's. Like there's people that are gonna do that, man.
Those people exist everywhere.
Can we
It's-
make a class?
You're not
That's
gonna
why
get
it's
away
like,
from that.
dude, when
You
this
just don't
show,
pay
if
attention
this
to it.
show is actually becomes a thing, I'm getting off the internet. Like, I'm not going to talk to anybody about it. I'm just going to sit in my room quietly with the lights off and enjoy it.
Hey, Joe.
Can we make a class called Star Wars Social Studies so you can do a page by page history class of Star Wars?
No,
universe?
haven't they done enough?
Yeah.
What is it? Alkalite comes out what next week? 2 weeks?
I think 3 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Shot him in his ass.
So I'm calling it now. For the duration of Alkalite, Dom is not allowed on the show.
No.
So
You'll be
Dom,
doing
if
this-
you're watching, please schedule overtime for the next few Mondays.
If you ever do a review of the show, he's gonna do his Domspiracy theories.
Domspiracies.
It'll be fine.
He'll be fine once he calms down and breaks all his toys.
It's gonna be a great show.
They're not toys, they're collectibles.
God damn it.
If it's bad, if it's bad,
Probably
it's
working.
bad. If it's good, it's good. I always hate people that are like, hey, it's not going to be bad. It's going to be the best thing ever, or it's going to be awful. Just watch it. It could be bad, and it's allowed to be bad. You're allowed to say it's bad.
It's allowed to be good and okay.
Exactly.
Everything doesn't have to be amazing.
That's the problem. Everybody wants a home run, Bruce. Everybody thinks everything has to be a fucking home run. That drives me crazy, man.
If we waited to get home runs in 80s and 90s when it came to TV shows and movies, we would have never watched anything.
I also don't want to eat a shit. I also don't want to eat a shit sandwich and have somebody tell me it's pastrami either. And that happens. That happens a lot too. It's like, when they give you something bad, you're allowed to complain about it without being toxic. You're toxic.
Yeah. I got the
Sometimes
perfect
stuff is
example. I got the perfect example. They pissed on me and fed me a shit sandwich and tried to tell me it was filet mignon. And I'm telling you, Andor is boring as fuck. I don't understand why people like it. I didn't like it. I don't understand why people like Andor. But to me, but I wasn't mad at other people for liking it. But people got mad at me for not liking it. It's so weird to me, man. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't know nothing about film and TV if you don't like Andor.
Yeah, no. You just didn't understand it, Chris.
You didn't understand it, man.
Well, when you get good writing when you get good writing in a Star Wars show, it just confuses you. You'll be fine once you understand it.
Is it good? Is it good though?
And I
Is it
liked
good?
I liked it, but I understood how it's not necessarily everybody's cup of tea.
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers, guys. He dies. Okay, just so you know.
What the fuck?
What, dude? Really?
Gosh, I don't have my glasses, but they'd be like,
I tried to like
actually,
it, and I should love it because I'm telling you, Rogue One's one of my favorite Star Wars movies of all time. It's in my top 5. I should love it, but I didn't. I just didn't. I couldn't.
I don't know what you face palming for.
Must be a brother thing.
I don't know.
You know what? You know what it was about it, guys? It's all the stuff with Cassian and what's her face was great. It's when they went to the rich part of town with fucking Mama Martha. I'm just like, dude, this shit is boring.
He's chomping at the bits for more Mon
Mothma. This shit is Canto Bite to me, man. It is. It's Canto Bite. It just didn't do nothing for me, man.
Mama.
Yeah, I get it. I understand that.
I guess when Star Wars fans get good writing, they're not used to it. Unlike us Trek fans, we have good writing and good shows.
Not recently.
I'm sorry. Kurtzman is an abomination.
Not recently.
I refuse to acknowledge that.
I think as a collective group, we just want good stories.
No,
oh Jesus, no! Unless you can clarify what you mean by good stories.
Good story, good writing. That. Please clarify.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I want a competent. I just want a
It doesn't matter what you think.
I will say I just want a competent story. I won't say I want a good story. I just want a competent story. If you're going to cram all these writers in a writer's room and you need to have 40,000 writers in a writer's room, don't write stuff with huge plot holes in it. If you're going to pay all those people tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars and cram them all and force you to have that many writers in a room, don't shit the bed.
Do not shit the bed.
Right? It makes a mess and it gets everywhere.
What are you doing? Why?
That's
why Star Trek?
Why?
When you
Well,
have that
why?
many
hey, watch
writers,
it,
that
watch
many
it.
consultants, that many people, you shouldn't have shoddy writing. You can have a story that's like, well, that story just didn't really do it for me, but I get it, and that's fine. But when you have big plot holes and stupid things that happen
Lately, I guess.
that make no sense, then
I
that's on
find
hold.
my biggest issue with the most recent shows is now that like they've unified the property. So like the first few seasons of Discovery were marred by like licensing issues and stuff. Okay, so like you get this Discovery stuff, and they're like, well, nobody really likes this stuff. All right, well, let's give them Easter eggs to older shit. And it's like all I see. I haven't watched an episode of this last season of Discovery because I'm
this
just
season so far is amazing. I'm just saying.
I'm just that over it, guys.
Well, but you also liked the first handful of seasons, which
Yes, I did.
were not my
The first season I
Because it
couldn't
was
get
something.
through.
It was different. It was something new. It was
Yeah,
something
her
that
and-
hasn't been done.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Actually, I loved the first.
Eventually, these IPs have to evolve and change. They can't stay the same forever. People's tastes change.
Chris, mute your mic when you talk to your woman. It's not a woman; it's Dave.
Oh,
Oh man, fuck that.
wow.
I don't know.
That's funny.
I mean, even with Picard, I was not a big fan of the first season. When did Picard start liking children? Picard hates
I
children.
am not a chick, man.
It got. I don't know. It went away from everything, and
They reset.
The second season was so awful, and then they pulled it back. I liked the third season.
the third season temporarily restored my faith in Star Trek,
Yes.
which I didn't think was possible. But then I was like, okay, are you guys going to follow up? Are you going to follow up with this goodness? And they never did. So it was like, okay,
It just ended last year. Give it time.
You know what, dude?
That season was thrown together.
The thing is, okay, I'm telling you right now. Okay, I will be that as it
So
may.
everything we had about Next Generation throw in one season and see what happens, and they just accidentally tripped over getting all the OG Star Trek fans to love it.
I know it didn't. I didn't know it didn't have as much crying as you like Discovery, but
There's no crying in Discovery.
one of my
major issues with it, and I don't want to go all like political, but unfortunately, Star Trek did it first. They've never actually had a politician on the shows before.
Well, and they still didn't because Stacey Abrams is never actually elected.
But see, that right there is where I know I did. Okay, a pundit, I guess. I don't know, but
she's a fucking politician. Stop it.
Damn right.
We are not getting into this conversation today.
She ran for office.
Chris,
that makes her a politician.
She didn't win, so she's not a politician.
But
they pandered. Well, somebody needs to tell her that. But
that's
pandered.
Really,
they pandered.
It turned me off on the show. And the thing is, it's like if you didn't like it on Twitter, it's like, yeah, BTFO, bigot.
Yeah.
What?
Why does anybody pay attention to people on Twitter? I don't get it. Just
well,
ignore
no, I'm
the
just
blog,
saying.
though.
Well, no, it's kind of hard to ignore when it's like every single post on about Star Trek is like that. Okay, and when you're scrolling through your timeline and your algorithm syncs up and does its stupid thing like it normally does, that's what tends to happen. I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes you got to trim your stuff. I actually had to take a lot of Star Trek off of my timeline just because I got tired of seeing it. I mean,
I just don't get it. She was on for a few minutes in the episode. It wasn't a big of a role.
Oh, I totally understand. But the thing is it was the overreaction that was so predictable at this point in time, plus the response. It was just like, come.
You're telling me if they put a lightning rod type Republican character as a guest spot, even if it was just for a minute or two, there wouldn't have been people crying and bitching and whining. Everybody would have. It's just unnecessary to do. It was unnecessary.
My point is, you don't have to watch it or read it.
We didn't know it was coming. How you were just supposed to turn off the last?
I'm talking about Twitter.
Look. The reason I didn't like it is because it was absolutely a giant, massive scale virtue signal. That's exactly what it was. It didn't need to be there. They could have used anybody else, but they used that woman and they made it political.
Oh my
And,
God, she
you
did
know,
not
and, you
kill
know, I don't
anybody.
even-
She's fine.
And that wasn't my problem with Discovery. I just I like
it
my
was just like,
I
that's
like
where
my
was
Star
like, I
Trek
can't.
cold and sterile and just I like heavier, deeper sci-fi based stories. It got too emotional, too
It did.
I
The
didn't
thing is,
want that. And that's my personal preference. If other people like it, that's great. That's something for everybody, I guess.
Exactly. Well, my thing with me though, it's like I actually had shows on YouTube. That's why I got on here, was because I wanted to talk about those shows, and I was one of the few people that was like still positive about that stuff. But Star Trek Discovery ground me down to where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't even watch. I can't. It ruined this season of Strange New Worlds for me. It was like that first season, I was like, yeah, let's rock, dude. But the second season, I got like 2 episodes in, and it just came across as like the interplay between the cast members just didn't really work for me. And then I'm kind of like get this weird feeling like they're like trying to retcon the original series, but in their own way, by putting Pike as the captain and not Kirk, because Kirk was a lady. You know what I mean? I feel like they're doing it.
Well, it's the story. Pike was in the original Star Trek. It was the pilot episode. This is exploring before Kirk took over. That's all it's doing.
Oh, he came back in his little as well.
But that was such a great
menagerie.
Yes.
But no, I'm just saying, like that's where I am with Star Trek right now. Take it or leave it, and that's the same thing with it. It's like I like the animated shows. They've been pretty entertaining, actually. Prodigy, for what it was a really good show, and I like how it tied to Star Trek Voyager, because I liked Star Trek Voyager. That's right, I said it.
I didn't mind Voyager.
No,
I like Deep Space
Voyager.
Nine. I like Voyager. I like.
I have not disliked a Star Trek show.
I've watched them all except for Deep Space Nine. I don't give a shit about
the time,
outer space, but Voyager's my favorite Star Trek.
When I heard a Star Trek song theme song sang to me in 2001, and it was right around the same time as another thing that happened in 2001.
You lost your virginity, Brian, in 2001?
No, I lost it in 2024, motherfucker.
No, shut up.
We're not having this conversation.
Well, I thought that's what he meant by something else special happened.
No,
2001.
not special.
Oh, you're talking about the towers.
Bro, it came out the same month. Within a week of 9/11 is when Star Trek Enterprise debuted. Broken Bow.
I dropped the ball on that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
My bad.
Enterprise was nice on the rewatch. Being able to binge Enterprise helped that show for me.
Voyager was my favorite. It always has been. I don't know why. That was the first Star Trek I ever watched. My brother finally got me into it, and then I went back and watched Next Generation, and I loved them all except for Deep Space Nine. I just can't get into it. The only thing I told you guys, what I told you guys tonight, the only thing I didn't like about Voyager, one little thing, okay? Janeway should have at one point in time got some dick. That's all I'm saying. Everybody on that ship was having sex except for Janeway.
She was great.
She had somebody at home. She had somebody at home, didn't she?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
I like some people BBC shows.
Some people are faithful. Maybe that's why I don't see the criticism that you guys do in these shows, because I grew up watching a lot of British TV, British sci-fi, and all of that stuff that they're doing here now has been done over there in BBC.
Name one more. Okay. Red Dwarf, Doctor Who. Name one more BBC sci-fi show you can think of right now.
Space 1999.
Shut up, Bill. You're fucking cheating. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's probably just naming shit. He's just making up names at this point, because like anything could have been on the sci-fi.
I actually really love their comedies.
My favorite show of all time.
Black Book.
Are You Being Served?
Are You Being Served is great. I love it.
My favorite show.
Is that on after Grant Norton or before?
And Coupling. Coupling was hilarious. Coupling was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen on BBC.
Early.
I don't know
70s.
how many times during that series, what was it, like 10 seasons that
I don't-
Big
I
Miss
don't-
Slocum fan.
said pussy. It's raining hard out, and my pussy's all wet.
It was a funny show,
And,
and I did love Red. I loved Red Dwarf,
excuse me.
and on the American side, I love Farscape.
Yeah.
But
Babylon
Farscape,
5 was not my gig. No.
Farscape
Babylon
was what it
5
was. I
is
mean, when these shows change tones and stuff like that, especially with characters that are all taking place around the same time in the universe and things, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know.
What about Battlestar Galactica? Ronald D. Moore's Battlestar.
No,
Galactica?
the original was good,
No,
but that
but the-
remake
oh,
was
yeah.
amazing.
Right?
That remake was 5 seasons
Lake
of perfection.
7. Wow.
That was one of those shows like
Who let Zeno in?
Portlandia. Did you ever watch Portlandia? Because Portlandia did a skit about watching Battlestar Galactica. So it was like they got hooked on it so much they ended up like losing their jobs because they just watched it for 3 straight days. And then like, we need to write more. So we're like, we need to find this Ron D. Moore guy. So they find some like the random dude in the phone book who's named Ron D. Moore. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh. And they actually get Ron D. Moore to do the script reading in that episode. It's pretty funny.
There's a show with David Tennant that was on a few years ago. It's called Broadchurch.
Broadchurch.
It's an amazing drama. Amazing.
If you like to see how incompetent the British police are, there's plenty of DCI cop shows on there where you can be like, how do they function as a police unit?
It works for them. It works.
Nothing was better than Luther.
That was the coolest wedding ever. The Klingon wedding in Quark's bar. That's right.
Stay here, Zeno.
You were cordially invited.
Now that we're completely off the rails, next topic.
Sorry, I'm bad about that.
I know you guys always do that, but what's wrong with us getting sidetracked a little bit and talking about the stuff we love?
Well, because we've got other stuff that we love.
We got other stuff, and we're trying to get to this list. Ryan Reynolds surprised Disney allowed Deadpool and Wolverine's R-rated to be pushed so far.
Thank you, Disney, for having some man balls.
Yeah, right on. I get a dog.
This is another example of people saying this is going to be the greatest thing ever. It's going to save Marvel, and nobody's seen a lick of the movie.
Listen, man, it doesn't.
With 25,000 cameos.
It doesn't matter.
Why are you hating, Lucifer?
Yeah, it doesn't
With
matter.
the overuse of the F word. Just
oh my god,
something for everybody.
You know,
doubting the success of Deadpool is like doubting James Cameron. Go ahead, keep doubting James Cameron, people. He's never had a flop. Deadpool's never flopped either. And you know why they're making it rated R? So later on they can do the PG-13 version and make you spend another $25, like they did with the second one. Remember, Tales of Dead?
Yeah, they're gonna Fred Savage.
Yeah, they're gonna do that again this time. They're both good. They're both
Torchwood.
Torchwood is one I do know.
I love Torchwood. Oh, I love Torchwood. It was a spinoff of Doctor Who.
Man, okay, so you know, honestly, I'm gonna give this one a baseball analogy this time, because last time I gave it a football analogy by calling this movie a Hail Mary.
You were on Max Extreme, and
this nobody understood what I was talking about, so it went over everybody's head.
Yeah, they went over. I was watching. I wasn't on the panel.
I kind of enjoyed, but then it was starting to give me a headache after a while because they're just like, but it's like,
how dare you?
Exactly. So, anyways, in the baseball parlance, okay, so this is like a team that's like a 500 rider. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily they'll go to the playoffs every once in a while, but for the most part, they're kind of 50-50, you know? It's the lucky to do anything.
They're
really.
a threat. They're a threat.
They're this team right here. See this team right here?
They're
for the last few years, okay? They're this team, the Giants, for the last like decade, okay? Since they won the World Series, they've been irrelevant. Judas Priest. Oh, I've heard that new song. That's pretty good.
Judas Priest and Sabaton.
Not that one.
This Wednesday by me. I might go.
Okay, but dude,
go ahead.
But anyways, so this is like a team that's just like riding 500, but the problem is they can't get people to show up. You know, they're selling half seats. There's nobody in the stands. Okay, just like a Marvel movie. There's nobody in the seats. Okay. This is like grabbing that high-profile free agent.
Yep.
Okay. This is bringing that guy who's been on a few teams, maybe won a ring or two. You know, this is your big swing at relevancy. This is your picking up Barry Bonds in 1993.
This guy's gonna hit some dingers for you.
Yes, he built us a stadium. Thank you.
This sounds like the same
he really
pitch
did.
this sounds like the same pitch that Diddy gave Mace.
Right, but you get what I'm saying though. Like in a baseball sense, that's how this movie is. It's like they're their backs against the wall a little bit, and they're gonna have to show a little, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be an R-rated movie. It's gonna be a little racy. They better not do the multiverse of madness thing where they're like, oh my god, there's gonna be so many cameos in it, and there was only like 3 cameos in it, and like they sucked each and every one of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, the studio ain't the one saying that to people.
Well, I know.
It's everybody else.
It's us. It's us.
You know?
Laughing it up.
Us.
So that's why I'm like, I really, really just want to like not be on a little while before, or maybe just like smoke a bunch of like weed or something. So I'm just like, my brain is just not remembering a damn thing. So when I go into this movie, it's like I have that mental. Maybe I'll do like some DMT. You know.
I mean, the thing is, it's one movie.
Reset
it's one movie. It's not gonna kill the Marvel universe. It's not gonna save the Marvel universe, and it'll do relatively well. There's enough hype behind it. People will go see it. You know, it might not, blow the doors off in terms of dollar amounts, but it'll do better than what Marvel's been putting out prior. It's going to do better than the Marvels.
Yeah. I have a announcement for everyone. Please be on your best behavior. We have special guest, Mama Bear.
Oh shit!
Hey, Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama Bear.
Hello, boys.
Oh shit!
Oh gosh.
Oh shit! Oh
wow.
shit!
Oh, we're on watch.
I'm not ready. I should.
All right, listen. Here's my opinion. If you guys want to listen, all right. It's not about her voice. You already know my opinion on that. They're dumping too much money in the budgets to make these movies, and that's why Marvel's really not seeing the kind of money profit that they should. But saying Marvel's in any kind of trouble, they've had one movie out of like 40 that lost money. One movie. Okay.
One.
And by the way, when they even announced this, when he said, "Hey Hugh, you want to do Wolverine one more time in my movie?" It broke the internet. I think this movie's going to be fine. This movie's going to be
it's definitely going to be fine.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm just tired of the hyperbolic statement saying Marvel is dead because like one movie is not good or whatever, or what. It's like, well, I always say this, every studio has their ups and downs. Like Marvel is having their down right now, but a movie comes out, it'll come back and whatever. It's
but Marvel, but when you talk about Marvel, you have to talk about it differently, because it's not like, Paramount had some down movies. Paramount's a studio; they could put out horror, they could put out all kinds of. Marvel is superhero movies.
Yeah, they can only
it is a fixed genre. Yeah. That genre is wearing thin on some people, I think.
Yes,
and so if they do have some crap movies, that really does hurt them long term. They need to have something to push them in the right direction.
Maybe slow down the budget.
Hold on, let me get on Mama Bear's take. What do you think, Mama Bear?
There we go.
People have been saying that Marvel is dead since after Endgame, and yeah, I've heard the theory that it's superhero fatigue. I'm sorry, that doesn't play into factor when you take stuff like Spider-Man No Way Home into account. It's not the superhero fatigue. It's just that people are tired of this pandering bullshit. They just want good stories featuring characters they love. The outrage culture that I think really does hurt it a lot, because if it's not an out and out blockbuster, or if, God forbid, that there's a female in the lead cast, the end of the world is happening.
Yeah,
so they declare woke and
war against everyone. Poor Brie Larson had 1,000 thumbnails did in a year or two about her.
So it's like a war over culture. Oh man.
Yes.
So it does exist. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yes, I've been calling out outrage culture for years now.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what it is.
There
you go,
Bruce.
A lot of the various algorithms actually reward it.
Oh, yeah.
If you go onto YouTube, onto Twitter, onto whatever, and you spew out something that is, outrage bait or anything along those lines, it's going to get pushed more than if you turn around and say, I loved Black Panther too.
No, and that's the shame of it all. I
Mhm.
mean, people
I
founded their YouTube
really
channels on
enjoyed
that kind of crap.
Black Panther 2. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it on Disney Plus a few months ago, and I didn't see what the hate was. It was a good movie. It wasn't the best
I
Marvel
didn't hate
movie.
it. I
It
didn't
was
hate
good.
it, and it had that
Well,
great
I-
car chase scene with the beautiful muscle cars.
I
Man.
still need to
great.
finish it. I haven't finished it yet.
I
The
thought
fight
it
on
was
the
good.
bridge.
Well, I thought it was good. It's a different kind of movie than the first one is. So I thought it's not a rewatchable movie like the first one
Damn
was.
you, Degrassi.
I'm
They're going to
I'm
go after,
100% honest
Revenge of the
though.
Chief.
I have a problem. I have a problem with one thing they did though. I'm still a little butthurt about them killing Angel off like that. Man.
Oh yeah, that was like.
So we lost Chadwick in real life, and now you're gonna kill his mom off in the movie. What is
Like
wrong with you?
I don't think she
got
wants
enough dead
to
people in the movie.
do it again. I didn't think she wants to do it again.
Oh, first of all, I love your voice, Mama Bear.
Thank
You have a
you.
lovely voice.
I told you. I told people. People don't be listening to me. Y'all need to be fucking listening to me. I be knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. I'll be right back. I got a bathroom.
Coincidence.
I love Chris.
Here we go. We
Mwamba?
got some
Hold on.
numbers.
Yeah,
One
I
second.
sent you
Mwamba,
if
parents
you
is a
scroll
friend,
down, you
don't
can
take him
see
seriously.
the production budget and then the domestic and worldwide box.
274 for the Marvels. Oh my god.
So it looks like the Marvels is the only one that really, even the Eternals doubled the budget.
Yeah,
The
I mean
Marvels
they
didn't
Black
surprise
Widow
me.
didn't do so
and
well.
that's production budget. That doesn't, I guess that doesn't include marketing as well. Who knows? But I mean,
No one knows for sure about that.
Yeah,
and
they
Black
want fat
Widow
margins on this stuff.
Wasn't Black Widow released on Disney Plus also?
It was that premiere access shit that they did. That $30
Black
bonus
Widow
or
was a
whatever.
mess because of the pandemic, and it got pushed 6
Yeah.
times before they.
And
released it.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was a horrible movie, and it still made $600 million.
Yeah, because people were still. It was before
like
Endgame. People were still in it.
So, based on these numbers, it doesn't seem that Marvel's hurting, like people will want to believe.
Well, people only just talk about like the now instead of just realizing. Well,
Hold on,
yeah,
scroll back
these
up again.
movies-
Which one?
Keep going up. Okay, so we're the latest one is the Marvels.
They've made $29 billion,
Well, no, I'm not talking about all the. Okay, that's total. But
and yeah.
That's what the box office was, but everyone takes their cut out of that too. It's not like Marvel. It's not like if Marvel
So I think half
spends
of that.
$300 million and the box office is $600 million, then Marvel magically gets $300 million. There's a lot of other people that get money out of that bucket.
It's the the ones that make the money. The standouts here we got Avengers. Okay. Avengers Age of Ultron. Oh, Iron Man 3, but that was right after Avengers.
That was so horrible.
Avengers, Captain America Civil War, that might as well have been an Avengers movie. Black Panther, that was a cultural zeitgeist thing. People were going to Black Panther because it was Black Panther. Let's see here. Infinity War, that's an Avengers movie. $2 billion. Let's go scroll up here. Okay. So there's a trend here. Like the big market movies through like all of them. I mean, there's dips in each one. It's like you have your peaks and your valleys with these movies. Okay. The last quote unquote Avenger-esque movie was Spider-Man No Way Home. But in between, Shang-Chi, I saw that in the theaters. It was pretty good. It wasn't empty.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, but it's not an event movie. I know what you're saying,
Yeah,
Brian.
but The Eternals,
Event
not an event movie. Thor: Love and Thunder, it was a good movie, but not an event movie. Multiverse of Madness was marketed as an event movie, and if it would have been, actually lived up to that a little bit more, I think it would have actually gotten over the $1 billion. But honestly, there really hasn't been anything recent, and we haven't had any big movies. So hopefully Deadpool and Wolverine is kind of like the next Avengers level type movie. That would be kind of cool. But honestly,
the last four movies, except for the Marvels, did pretty well.
Well, I'm just saying, get used to seeing this stuff back on television in about 5 to 6 years.
I see Deadpool and Wolverine doing more of the Guardians of the Galaxy or Wakanda Forever numbers in the 800s.
I mean that's still good numbers in itself.
It is. It's not bad.
Like if it's not, people will still freak the hell out.
Oh,
if it's
what
not
is the budget
$1
for
billion?
Wolverine?
It's not listed
That's
yet.
no question.
It's not listed yet.
No, because I looked it up. It's not really.
The salary for Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds alone.
It's going to be half of that.
That's half the budget.
That's half the box office
Yeah,
right there, man.
Because the Deadpool movies were not that expensive. Because the first one cost $58 million, the second film cost $110 million. But now this is a Marvel Studios produced film. It's going to be pricey.
Oh, and those guys don't necessarily have to get money up front. They can get back end off box office.
He said back end.
So
it's appropriate for
if you think the movie's going to do exceptionally well, that's where you're going to make your nut.
But then I don't know, and I'm looking at the next lineup of the movies coming up, and it's like,
I'm sorry, I let seventh grade Chris out there for a minute.
It's not very inspiring.
Go to the corner, sir.
Aside from maybe a couple of the Avengers type movies and the Fantastic Four, I don't really.
And you could probably take Blade off of there because God knows that'll never get made.
That'll get backed off that list.
Yeah, right.
And I doubt two of the. I honestly, I feel like 3 or 4 of these movies just aren't going to get made. Like,
I could see Blade not getting made. I could see
Blade not getting made. I could see Untitled Marvel movie not getting made. I can also see.
I know what.
Untitled Marvel movie not getting made.
Untitled Marvel movie is going to be.
Imagine your movie being such. Imagine your production of a movie being so shitty that you literally release a movie called Untitled Marvel movie.
Well, see,
I know. You know,
they're trying to be flexible. You know what I mean? They don't want to commit to the Young Avengers like they were trying to do.
And they don't want to commit to Kang.
And they don't want to commit to Kang, so they're like they're very non-committal with their release schedule.
We can't get a Black Widow 2 no matter how much I beg. It's bullshit.
She's dead.
She's gonna be a
It's gonna be Thunderbolts.
That character.
Black Widow 2, man. We're gonna get Yelena Belova.
I think everyone is very happy with Yelena.
Who I absolutely loved in whatchamacallit, Oppenheimer.
$300 million budget.
$300 million for Deadpool is crazy compared to the first
That'd
two.
be crazy if that's true.
Right.
Hey, John.
I can still see it doing minimum 800. Minimum.
Yeah.
You got to think.
I think it's fair.
How many nerds out there have been waiting to see Wolverine in, 20 years? We've been waiting to see him in the yellow suit.
Right.
Yep. Well, and it might be the last time you see him. So you never know.
This is like a culmination of
until Daniel Radcliff gets the costume.
Well, if this is
I don't think it's going to be Daniel Radcliffe. It's not going to be Daniel.
I would have to pull out his wand and his claws.
Well, what I want is
he was fun in Two Guns.
If they could give a loving send off to the Fox X-Men movies, I think that would be a nice thing.
It would.
Because it's been 20 plus years that they've been making these movies on the Fox end of things. Mm-hmm. Send them out in style. And you have an opportunity with this movie to do that. And if they do that just right, people will go back and see it multiple times just because of that.
Word is they're bringing back pretty much the whole Fox cast.
If they could do that and send them off with that Enterprise D tip of the hat, okay, give it to us. Like I'll cry for that. I don't give a fuck. Like
so for me, so long as it's like X-Men 2 Fox cast, we completely ignore The Last Stand, the movie that never happened.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Did that really happen?
It never
And
happened.
there were a
Not to me.
couple pretty good scenes in that
I
movie.
don't
though.
mind spreading
When
it
Magneto
in.
when Magneto picked up the Golden Gate Bridge, that was pretty fucking rad. And when Wolverine
I-
told Jean, "I'm not gonna die for them, but I'll die for you," that was pretty rad.
No,
I'm
The
no.
rest of that
I
movie
like
is
the
There is
garbage.
only one movie to date that has actually made me rage out. I will rewatch Birds of Prey. I will rewatch most things that people think are
I'm
complete
sorry.
trash.
Uh-huh.
That
Even
one made
Madam
me
Web?
rage out in the theater.
Yeah.
I hate
Oh
that.
yeah. Days of the Dark Phoenix.
Days of the Dark Phoenix.
No, I'll still watch that one before I watch Last Stand. I don't like
You know,
Last Stand at all.
as unlike some people out there just think that I'm a DC fan.
You are.
What?
I am a huge X-Men fan.
I never
always
once
have
said
been,
you
ever
were
since
just a
Inferno.
DC fan. I know that's a shot
Not
at
you,
me.
you douche.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. When those movies came out and they killed Cyclops, it broke my heart because I've always been a Cyclops fan. Shut up, Joe. And he's the best Summers brother.
Yeah, but they really gave him the short end in that, dude.
Or Summers,
They-
not even Brother.
those movies propped up Wolverine more than they should have, and they relegated poor James Marsden's Cyclops.
I'll give you that,
shits.
Brian. As much as I am a Wolverine simp, they definitely oversaturated all these movies with him. Then he
They
gets
gave him
standalone
3
movies.
standalone movies,
Right?
man.
It's crazy. Although Logan
Jesus.
was dope.
Hey, Logan is still
Logan-
one of my favorite
Logan is-
superhero
yeah.
movies.
Logan
Wolverine
is
and
movie-
Deadpool are the most marketable X-Men characters still.
Oh yeah,
More
100%.
marketable
That's
than
because they chose to make them that way. If they had
Yeah.
given us Rogue like she should be, and not that pathetic crying
Man,
Mimi that
Pac
we
one
got,
was awful.
they could have done a whole franchise right around her.
Hell yeah, yellow and yellow and
sexy,
green leather.
a sexy
with the white
badass
stripe.
Southern tank that'll look at
Oh
you
my
as just
God.
it'll look at you right before she gives you the beat down, going, "Hold still, sugar."
And she
They
was a
made,
tank.
her Jubilee.
And Rogue
guys.
was a tank, bro. Like she was the Superman of the X-Men. Like
But
she
no,
was a
that-
tank.
They made her Jubilee, and they turned her into Jubilee, and that was like the
Jubilee
we got
didn't cry
Night
that
of, Night
much.
of the Sentinel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I kind of looking for. But I also would not be opposed to seeing some like Days of Future Past cast nods as well, like
Yeah,
McAvoy.
bring me back
I
Bishop.
I liked James McAvoy. He was great.
Blink.
That's better.
Bring back
I like it.
Blink.
Dude,
Blink was the
Fassbender.
shit.
I don't know. Kitty Pryde was okay.
Yeah, they did Mystique dirty.
I'm not a big Jennifer Lawrence fan, so I was not.
Well,
Both
yeah.
of them. I mean, Mystique was such a fantastic character, and they really relegated her to something bad.
I think what it
I mean,
was.
I loved watching her kick Wolverine's ass, but beyond that, there is so much more she could have done.
Yeah,
I
they made a very shallow character.
Well, no
Hold on,
offense.
hold on.
I don't
When
think.
did-
I don't
when
think.
did
I think
she
it was.
kick Wolverine's ass? That's that little fight at the Statue of Liberty. Is that what you're talking about? I've blocked that out. That doesn't exist to me. There's no way.
that doesn't count. But no, as far as like, Jesus, no. I think it was a combination of things. Okay, first off, you have to think of who they cast as Mystique in that movie. They cast Rebecca Romijn. Okay, that was her first acting role. So I think they were limited in more ways than just the character in that one. They were going more for the beauty of Mystique as opposed to her acting
Brian,
abilities.
Brian,
that was
you-
before she was Stamos.
You
I
guys
believe.
know,
Yes.
yeah, but you guys know she was Mystique in X-Men, right? And
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Punisher is a Marvel character, and she was also in the Punisher. So I like to think in my head that she was Mystique then in Punisher. She just
Right.
wasn't
And I like
people
to
know.
think I like to think Mystique was on the bridge of the Enterprise
Yeah.
in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. But no, it's just I feel like that's probably some of it where they were kind of limited in what Rebecca Romijn could put on screen. But I mean, even I like the little throwback they did when Jennifer Lawrence chants for "What were you expecting this?" You know, it was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
that
that was
there's Rebecca
that was
Romijn.
fun.
That was cool. But it got all weird in the in Age of Apocalypse.
Sorry about that.
And then after Age of Apocalypse, it was kind of hard to continue. I was not excited about Dark Phoenix whatsoever. But to each their own.
Yeah. All right. Next up,
Punisher.
Venom will appear in Spider-Man 4, but he won't be the main villain. This is a rumor, guys. Rumor.
Is this we got this covered?
Yeah, is this? Do we even have a Spider-Man 4 coming? Is that even confirmed?
Well, okay, so like he was already at the end of the last Spider-Man movie, so
yeah.
I'll wait. I'll believe it when I see it.
Is that what we're getting again?
We'll know soon enough because Tom Holland can't keep a secret.
Another crappy Sony.
Right.
Well, Sony, they like to tease us, right? Are we going to get another crappy tease?
Oh yeah.
From
Oh
Sony?
yeah. Apparently, Venom, the third Venom movie is apparently the final Venom film, and I call bullshit.
Yeah, I hope
If they
it's
were
not
smart,
Spider-Man
they would
movie.
find a way
I'm
to
not a big
work
fan
this
of
new Craven movie into this version of Spider-Man, because the way the end credit scene ended at No Way Home, you got that weird little blob of Venom left, the symbiote.
Piece.
Bring in. I'm telling you, the only Sony movie I've ever been excited for is this Craven one. Like it looks good.
Are they really gonna connect? Try to connect this one to.
If they were smart, they would. They own the rights to Spider-Man. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, but they say that about every single one. I feel like
but
at this point,
their
it's just a
communication
tactic to get you
sucks.
to go. Okay.
See, their communication sucks though because
People are gonna go anyways. Venom.
But no, am I wrong? No, it's like Vulture at the end of fucking Morbius. It's like
no. The problem is,
are you sure?
What was he doing in that movie?
I don't, because
I don't know.
Sony slipped and hit their heads before they started filming. I don't know, man.
see, it's still funny to me that Sony and Marvel has this deal going, but then Sony wants to make their own universe. But like, you can still talk to Marvel, like, hey, can we get Venom in your movies, or can we get this Craven character in your movies? Go ahead, we can still make money while y'all can still make your Spider-Verse movies, which are still awesome.
I'm still excited for Craven. Craven is,
I'm
one of my
interested in
favorite
Craven.
villains. I love
Why they
Craven.
count their billions and we sit here and bitch on the internet?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what people
I
do,
still
man.
think it's funny. People were like, "Oh, Craven, he's gonna be a
Completely retconned.
Animal lover.
an animal lover. It's gonna be PG-13 rated R. He's ripping out throats. Just saying.
It's not PETA friendly.
Well, see, I didn't know much about him.
It's not Peter
I
friendly.
didn't know much about him, and then I saw the trailer, and I'm like, we got Russell Crowe, and that dude that's playing Craven looks dope. And then I played Spider-Man 2, and actually got to know the character.
Yeah.
Craven's not some punk, man. He's not just
No.
some side character. Craven's a beast. And
Oh,
we
man,
need fresh villains. We need fresh
Well,
villains.
are we getting villains? That's the problem. Are we getting villains or are we getting anti-heroes? Because I like villains.
Yeah, I want a villain. Craven's a legit villain, right? He's not.
I don't know. You
anything.
didn't see that coming. Oh.
Who knows what they're gonna do with Craven in the movies? Actually,
Yeah.
in the comics, he's
like
not an
that
anti-hero.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they did.
I have a feeling that
I did.
I remember that
missed
trailer. I remember that first trailer for Craven when they showed the Rhino. How much you want to bet that's the post-credit scene? Because Sony does that all the time with their trailers.
Oh, you mean like
I
at the
would
end
not
of,
be surprised in the least bit.
TASM 2, where they're like
Yes.
showing off all these costumes all these
Yeah, we got this cool ass shot of Spider-Man swinging the sewer covers and hitting Rhino. That's the end of the movie. Or
and somehow, it has become fact that the line is radioactive, and Craven gets his powers from the radioactive lion. That has not been said. That has not been proven. It's gonna be voodoo, like everything else. God damn it, magic.
Although I would love to have
stupid.
And drugs.
Felicia
That's
Hardy.
stupid.
A radioactive lion.
I also Degrassi. I really hope that Lord and Miller and control the movies and TV stuff. I hope that's true because what they did with the Spider-Verse films, I kind of want them to be the Kevin Feige of the Sonyverse.
Yeah.
If even Craven is not comic accurate, I don't care. The character is still a cool character regardless.
I mean,
As long as
if
it's
it's
comic adjacent,
Again,
that's all I care.
I just don't want another
Yeah.
anti-hero. It's a Craven movie. So do you think they're going to have a movie about just a villain? And he's a villain through the whole thing? No.
It's going to be like Madam Web, but
Spider
he's-
bites lion, lion
he's-
bites man.
a hunter
He's
with
gonna-
a bad accent.
He's going to be an anti-hero type character, and then it's like, I want villains. Can't somebody just give me a villain?
Just
It's
give me
not- it's not hard.
just give me a good story.
At
Yeah,
some point-
man, we just want good stories, man. Somewhere right now, Perp just punched his desk.
Yeah.
I love messing with him with that. I love messing with him with that. It just gets him off.
All right, next up. Adult Swim is bringing back all the classic Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and Sailor Moon episodes starting May 31st.
Yay.
Nice.
Yay!
So,
I love Naruto, I love Dragon Ball, and I am a Sailor Moon fan. I don't care. You can make fun of me.
You're fine. You're fine.
Love it.
I
is
have not
great
watched
for-
any of these shows.
I would rather have Squidbillies and C-Lab, but I'm sure somebody will be happy with these.
I'm more of an Aqua Teen and Robot Chicken kind of person, but okay.
I checked out animation.
Gosh, you guys are horrible. Why not?
Boondocks. I love.
I think I
Boondocks.
was still in single-digit grades.
Listen, if I had to suffer through all the filler episodes of Dragon Ball Z, you have to suffer through those filler
No
episodes.
comment. No comment. Chris.
I mean,
doesn't
come
do
on,
anime.
but that was the fun part. How it took him 20 episodes to do one power up. That was great and frustrating at the same time.
The Cell Saga was so long; it was insane.
That's because that's all. Why do you think I always get turned off by anime? Because I'll watch something, there'll be a halfway compelling story, then I get 7 episodes of filler before they go back to the next part of that story. Man, fuck anime. Straight up, I don't watch that shit.
I love this stuff. I love it.
We're gonna do some watch parties with anime movies, all right?
That's why from now on, I'm not watching this show unless it's got like 10 episodes or less. Okay,
I can
you
watch-
can't tell me a decent, coherent story within 10 episodes. Maybe a couple episodes of filler, you're good to go. Like Mandalorian. Okay,
I just-
Bro, growing up, when I think of anime, I've always hear about just the fan service ones. I'm like, why do I keep seeing this shit all the time? It's like those weird pop-up ads on you look on YouTube and social media and stuff.
I went to I was in elementary school in the mid '90s, and I had a couple of friends that were into like late night Japanese anime and stuff. And there was this one show like Ranma or whatever, where it was like this
Ranma and a half.
Okay, yeah, where it was like this chick that if
he got wet. He turned into a
Panda
woman.
Bear, if you got it wet, it would turn into this hot chick. And like my mom came in and saw it because there's boobs in it.
What? If you
Yeah,
get a panda bear wet, it turns into a hot chick.
Yeah, dude, it was the weirdest
Yeah,
thing.
Ranma
ever.
half
And
was
honestly,
weird.
I stopped watching that stuff after that. It
It was
like my mom thought it was weird. Well, it was an adult themed one. I mean, it wasn't
adult
intended
theme
for a
here,
six-
but
it
that's
wasn't
regular
intended for a
regular
sixth
viewing in
grader.
Japan.
Yeah,
that was that was kindergarten time in Japan.
What?
Oh, for real, for real.
Right.
That's the one thing I want to know when it comes to this lineup. Is it the Sailor Moon we saw here, or is it the one they actually released in Japan? Because those two were very different.
It's the one that they released here because they cannot show the ones that they released in Japan, especially the 4th, and 5th season.
How you know? How you know?
Because I have
How
every
you know?
episode on Blu-ray, buddy.
You can get. I thought some of that shit was like literally illegal over here.
What?
Some of that anime shit
find
they put out. Some of that.
No,
manga
it's
is, like,
it's pretty
literally
much
illegal over here. That could just be
it's
a rumor
pretty-
though. I don't know if that's true.
Well, it's just like there's a part where Sailor Saturn, Sailor Saturn,
Sailor
Sailor
Who's the one in the green
Uranus,
outfit?
Sailor
Who's the one in the
Uranus
green
and
outfit?
Sailor
She's hot.
Neptune.
crap,
Yeah, I
Neptune.
like her.
Neptune.
You know, American, they're friends. Over there, they're lovers.
Yeah.
Season 5, the Sailor Stars come in. These 3 guys, they're idols. Idols are huge in Japan, and they were actually part of the Sailor Senshi, far out. And when they transformed, they turned into women. So that was never shown here. That was in the late 80s.
And Vince
late
has
90s.
also has it on point because I had friends in high school that watched the
Yeah.
Japanese version.
Total nudity.
Oh
They
yeah,
transformed.
What?
total.
No.
One of my friends came up. You know they're nude when they do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That no, really naked. Okay, I get what you're going at.
You know, everybody just
It's not as big
glossed
of a deal
over the
to me.
whole. Everybody just glossed over the fact that Serena, her name was Serena here. She was literally in junior high school when she started dating Tuxedo Mask. Come on, really? They just glossed over that.
Now, I will say this. I got a friend named Andy from New York who sent me a bunch of manga books one time, but he sent me like the real dark shit, like demons and shit. I could see why people are reading manga. Like there's some great art out there, man.
Yeah, some of it's great.
I
Some of it,
can't get
some of
into
it you can't bring to the shores of the United
You
States.
got to read it backwards too. You got to read the books backwards. It's weird. You got
All
like
right,
no
enough.
joke.
I don't want to piss off the non-anime people that are watching. So
Hey man,
next up,
I love the anime people just.
Oh
so much, man.
no!
here
Hey,
you
you know what
go.
pissed off the
Oh,
non-anime people?
this is really going to help not piss people off.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Amazon has
it really pissed people
confirmed
off.
this Tomb Raider series for Prime Video with
Is that the
Fleabag
girl?
star Phoebe Waller-Bridge as writer and
uh,
executive producer. of Tomb
I
Raider.
you know what? I'm fine with that. It's Tomb Raider #1. I know people get on Phoebe because of Indy, but
That's what I was gonna say. Is that the Indiana girl?
Fleabag was a great freaking series. It was a fantastic series.
But then, wasn't her character hated towards the most of the movie, and then she redeemed herself towards the end?
Did
Who?
she really?
Became-
Did she
in
really?
Indiana Jones? No.
I think she did.
I think she was pretty unlikable through 99% of the movie.
That's because 99% of that movie was unlikable.
I didn't bother seeing Destiny.
I was fine with the movie. I watched it. It's not my favorite Indiana Jones movie. But
I loved
watched
it when
I was
I
entertained.
don't remember seeing much of it.
Ooh,
I
ooh,
loved it. I
ooh.
loved it when it first came out, and then after
I
I
was
watched
on
it
a date.
second time, I was like, I don't know, man. This something don't feel right, man.
She should have had a redemption arc that started like 2/3 of the way through the movie, not in the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh wait,
She's
no,
directing
that's
the next
not
Bond movie,
Uh-oh.
right? And directing the next Bond movie.
Yo,
Flame Wars will
Yo.
be up in the air.
here it goes. The Chud
Let's
Wars have
go.
begun.
Geiger
Shit.
The Chud
Chud
Wars will
Wars.
begin. She's
Like-
directing the next. Really, she's really got 007.
Chud
That's-
Wars, the Phoebe
Oh
Wars.
shit, the Chud Wars.
And mind you, most of them probably don't even watch James Bond movies, but
Yeah.
it'll be
Right.
enough to get them monetized. Well, monetize the hate. Is that
Monetize
what
your
I'm saying?
haters.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I've watched every James Bond movie, and as a
Work
matter of
for
fact,
Velma.
the first stream I ever did with Brian was
Oh,
a
yeah.
Bond. Wasn't it a Bond movie thing, Brian? That was the
It
first
was
thing we
one
ever
of
did
the-
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Look
love
at those-
Bond movies, and Bond does what it does as it switches through the
Well-
Bonds. There's Bonds you like, there's Bonds you don't like.
Trust me, you get those people that claim that they like this certain property to make a video to get an emotion out of you, even though they don't give a shit about the actual property.
Am I the only person
work.
that thinks that, like, okay, Bond's kind of had its time in the sun, you know?
I mean, here's my conspiracy theory that I thought would have
We
been
don't
beautiful.
need a Cold War action hero in 2024.
He's still a spy.
I thought they had
Still got China and Russia
They had a perfect opening.
and North Korea. They didn't go anywhere.
If
In
you
the Middle
watch
East.
if you watch Luther, they had a perfect opening at the very end of Luther in the series where he's approached by MI5 at the very end. It would have been a beautiful arc for Luther to become 007.
Yo,
it
I
wouldn't have had to been
totally-
James Bond. It could have been 007. I'm fine with that.
I'm behind Idris Elba being James Bond all day long. I fucking love that dude, man.
What are you
And
talking about,
I like
Anthony? Stop.
I like
I'd
Luther
love
too.
it,
Luther
but
was shit.
He's not going to do it.
No.
He has said
No,
multiple
he's not.
times he does not want
I
to be
just-
Black Bond because that's all he'll be referred to as.
Yep, Black Bond.
Of course.
I mean, but he doesn't have to be James Bond. He could be 007. They could rebrand it as 007 and get away from the.
Well, they
Bond
made what's
thing.
her name 007 for a while, and then she gave the number back to him. What was she's
That was-
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
she was real charmer in that movie. Let me tell
That
you.
was testing the waters. No, guys, I'm of the mind that like.
Hey, the broccoli family still needs money. They still got it. They still got to put food on the plates.
Yeah,
they need to
no,
get back
that's-
to the roots of Bond.
Let it go.
Give me all the gadgets and,
I like
and
that.
the tech.
I would
Okay.
I would
I
prefer
want
they
that.
go back to
Give me a shoe phone.
I just not get smart.
I
Beat me to it.
Well, give me a period piece almost.
Yes,
dude. I'd
they
rather
need to
watch
go
some
back to
kind
a
of-
true Ian Fleming
Yes,
James Bond.
that's what I would rather see. I would rather see like a 60s themed James Bond movie. I don't want to see a movie in a contemporary sense. Daniel Craig kind of ran the character into the ground for me, and
I liked
I'm
Sky-
okay. I'm
I
okay
liked
taking
his-
a break. I'm okay.
I liked Skyfall and I loved Casino Royale
Yes.
and I liked Skyfall. All the other Bond movies just felt completely joyless.
I liked Casino Royale. Quantum of
Spectre
Solace
really
was
did it for
okay.
me, man. Oh,
Skyfall
God.
was awesome. I like Spectre, but
Spectre. Ugh.
I think
no Time to Die was up.
Spectre was
I
the
think
one that kind of put me off, but they rebounded, man. Daniel
Yeah.
Craig is not your dad's James Bond. That's all.
Yeah.
I
Quantum of
love
Solace
him
was
as
the one
James
that
Bond.
I think the problem with Daniel Craig as James Bond is halfway through his career as James Bond, he didn't want to do it anymore.
Well, yeah,
And it
once he
shows,
lost,
and it
it was the
shows.
same thing with. It was the same reason I don't put Sean Connery in the tier that everybody else puts him in, because halfway through he was bickering with Cubby
Yeah.
Broccoli, okay, and then years later he trashed every single Bond movie that came out. Like poor Roger Moore, like that dude had to deal with putting on his shoes and then have Sean Connery talking shit about you every movie that came out.
Leave
Okay,
Sean Connery alone.
and then you literally have a movie come out the same year.
Wonderful
It is another
concept.
James Bond movie. It's a remake of Thunderball. Okay, it's called that.
Yeah.
Okay, Never Say Never Again is the type of movie I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
It's got Kim Basinger, but it's Thunderball.
Really cool
Oh.
motorcycle jump in it.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
But,
about
like,
it.
But yeah,
But-
it is a remake of Thunderball.
Yeah, it's absolutely Thunderball all day long. Yeah. I never understood that dispute, how they released two movies. It always, I was like, how?
Well,
What
it's
the-
how they finally have the
Jesus,
rights when they
Steve.
made Casino Royale. It's like the story behind Casino Royale.
Oh, okay. So it's the same thing then. But they
Well, yeah,
decided
because
to
they-
drop two movies. That's
Well, no, what happened was the I guess the story was Ian Fleming and this guy Kevin something or other were like sitting there drunk at a poolside one time, and it came up with a James Bond story, which became Thunderball the movie, and then there was like rights disputes for 50 years over it, and yeah, it let's see here.
You know who should make the next James Bond movie?
Uh-oh.
I don't
Nobody.
Nobody. That's where I'm at. Dude, I do not want to see another James Bond movie. Please.
Here's what
I'm
I
done.
think they should do, Brian. A James Bond movie to be named later. That's what they should do. Like they're doing.
Yes, yes, just like they're doing with Marvel.
And just
Just
sit it on the shelf
give us
for a
something
while.
down the road, put it on the shelf. You know what you could do?
It's
Give
been
us
on a shelf for like
give
years.
us no.
At
In
this
the
point.
meantime,
What are you
in the
talking
meantime-
about? We just had No Time
Guys,
to Die or whatever. a
in
couple
the
years ago.
meantime,
What year was
there-
that?
guys,
Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
dude, listen.
Not
In the
even.
meantime, what are they owned by? MGM. MGM just got bought out by Amazon. Okay, Amazon could put out a series about MI6. You don't even have to have James Bond. You could do all the build up to a James Bond without even doing James Bond. Okay? And you could do it on a smaller scale and enjoy it. You don't have to put out a movie. Give us other content in the universe, and make the movie the build up. Or make the show the build up to the movie. I would watch it.
Yeah,
I'd
but
love
then
that.
you're forcing people to watch shows
No,
again.
you're not forcing it.
Before-
because
yes,
first off,
if
you're
it builds up to
No,
a
no,
movie.
No,
Yes.
you get. And Marvel hasn't been doing that for the last 15 years. Okay.
Yes, that's been a problem.
But it's not a problem. I don't find that it was a problem of a fan of something. I mean, yes, it's a problem for the general audience, but
Yes.
at a certain point, your general audience isn't going to go watch this shit anyways.
They killed him. They killed him in the last damn movie.
It's going to get propped up, you know.
Whoa! Spoilers.
I mean, it was fine to just leave it at that. I know.
Yeah, I was okay with it. I dug that ending actually. I dug that.
If they did shows of James Bond, what streaming services they're going to put it on? So you have to go
Amazon Prime. They're owned by Amazon.
Yeah. Not everybody has Amazon.
MGM.
A lot of people have the shipping service that don't even know they have Amazon.
Okay, Bruce, listen to yourself. What's one of the shows you're most excited for that's getting ready to start up again?
The Boys.
Boys.
Okay,
what's it on?
What's it on?
Amazon Prime.
There you go.
Man. Yeah, but not every fan.
Not
every fan of James Bond has Prime. That's what I'm trying to say.
That doesn't matter.
Is Prime even a thing in Europe?
I don't know. Is it even a thing in Canada? And that's not a shot at Canadians. I'm just asking because I got a lot of Canadian friends that don't get a lot of shit.
Please,
He's hating on Canadians on the stream. Jeez.
Please,
Oh, he can try.
I love what are you talking? I love Canadians. What are you talking about?
Hey, you're all 12
And
months.
if they all sound like Mama Bear, I'm moving to fucking Canada.
I'm a couple months into an episode of Trailer Park Boys away. Yeah.
Please.
No, but
I don't even have people in my family that sound like me.
I got a lot of friends in Canada that can't get certain things, even simple things that we have, and I'm like, what? Even their Netflix is a little bit different. That blows my mind. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not that far away.
our Netflix is different. We don't get Max, which really sucks. Yeah.
Can't you use
Mind you, there's nothing that's on the internet that I can't find movie-wise or TV shows.
All right, that was.
I agree.
That was all right. I'm not gonna say nothing except that.
And Canada is not a real place.
And, oh my God, you hear that voice? You hear that voice?
Zeno,
and
I will time you out.
Yes, you will. You hear that voice? And she's. Did you hear her? There's nothing I can't get on the internet. You hear that voice? And she's a criminal. And she's a criminal. Tell me, this girl should not be on a podcast or on a radio station somewhere.
Yes, it is, Vince. For those who have Crave.
So, Bruce,
you
saying that not many people have?
Literally, there is one lake separating me and Bruce for right now.
Yes. I am 3 hours and 20 minutes from the border.
That was probably the closest I've ever been to that part of the area. I was in Toronto, so yeah, that was like.
Oh, that's where I am.
Oh, there you go.
I was
Jay, what were you
back
saying?
in the late 90s.
Okay,
where the hockey team will break your heart every year.
I saw the Pope in 2002. Or yeah, 2002.
Go ahead, Blue Jay. 1 second.
So you said that not many people got Amazon Prime. So according to the Googles, 230 million subscribers. Bullshit.
How many in the U.S.?
No, it's worldwide. Look it up.
That's a lot of people, dude.
190 million in the United States.
We would watch it right now if there was a James Bond.
It doesn't matter.
TV show on Amazon Prime. I'd watch it right now.
You know where they kill people?
I watch it.
Sign me up.
You know,
I would take that in lieu of a movie any day.
All right, I can admit when I'm wrong sometimes. I'm not like other hosts
or RJ. Sorry, you guys. Listen. The worst part about Amazon though is they make you pay a year. You got to pay a year at a time.
No, it's monthly. I get it monthly.
But that's new then, because I've always paid for it a year at a time.
I pay a year at a time.
That's how it was originally, but yeah,
I make up for it in shipping around Christmas time every year.
I get a lot of Amazon crap.
Oh, dude,
please hit that like button. I didn't say it yet. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You know, if you want to support the channel any way you can, thank you.
Begging for likes.
Well, a lot of people have it and don't know they actually have the video service too.
Listen, they're getting quality content here.
They
are great personalities and a great panel.
Well, they're getting good stories.
Great panel. They're getting good stories. That's all we want is good stories.
And they have so many good clip outs if they want to clip stuff out.
Good stories.
We are storytellers. Often smell it. Wait, I never mind.
Okay. Circling you guys back.
Yes.
Degrassi actually did say he'd like to see Paul Mescal for Bond. Personally, I'd actually like to see Matthew Lewis from the Harry Potter franchise.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
He
did
got
he play
real
Neville?
glow up. Yep, Neville Longbottom.
Yeah. I was a glow up and a half. Holy crap. He doesn't even look the same anymore.
Oh,
He was a
damn.
model for a while, right?
Watch movies still.
You
Yeah.
know who should have been?
I mean, he put out some photos, and I was like, 20 points to Gryffindor.
Alright. I win the House Cup this year.
No, but the one that killed me was oh shoot, McGonagall. I'm drawing a blank on the actress's name, and I feel horrible for it.
Oh,
But
Maggie
McGonagall's
Smith.
reaction to Maggie Smith's reaction to that too was one picture.
You know, they it's funny because Hermione, Harry, and Ron,
What is a Hermione?
actors-
Oh,
the
that
actors they still look the same. They really haven't changed that much. when
I
they
don't
were
know. I was
young.
watching The Servant. Well, I mean, I guess Ron still looks sweaty and has thinning hair, so I guess he does kind of look the same.
Honestly, I'd love to see Ron Rupert Grint as in the Doctor Who. I'd love
That
to
would
see
be
him.
interesting.
He was good. He was good in The Servant. I enjoyed him in The
Yeah.
Servant.
He's a talented actor, and the
And he
amount
was-
of ginger jokes they have made with every change, I want to see it.
And he was great as Cheetah Chrome in CBGB's movie.
When's the last time they had a ginger Doctor Who? Have they?
They've never had one.
Never had one. I'm thinking that either been
Got to
blonde.
remember Matt
brown
Smith
hair.
when he turned. What is his comment? Still not ginger.
They're checking every box with the Doctor Who cast now.
Well, that's a
Hold
Irish.
on. What do you
UK
mean by
thing.
that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
I'm
No, I
kidding.
just want. What do you mean they're checking every box? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Women,
Boxes, you know.
They're checking every box for Doctor Who. Like what do you what do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's that age-old rivalry, UK Irish.
Oh, that's what it is.
Well,
I mean,
that and-
they even had a couple
Well-
Scottish doctors.
Oh,
Yes.
they got to have representation. Okay, you have to have ginger representation.
It's overdue.
Not in the UK. Not happening. That's true. If you look at a lot of the shows, there are not a lot of gingers on.
And they
BBC
say
shows or
America's
movies.
messed up, man. Come on, get out of here. That's
America's
backwards.
just
18
going
minutes
on the.
and 22
Yeah.
watching. Come on, guys, step on that like
24 watching. Wow.
We're just
You're having a
we're
good
ju-
stream tonight.
Ryan, it happens that we're just the ones under the microscope. So we,
Right, right.
it's happening everywhere. We're just the ones they got
What
under
is
the
this? One of you guys are
microscope.
gingers.
You guys
I'm
put
behind the
yourself
times.
under the microscope.
Man, listen, let me tell you something about red hair.
He
Okay.
got repute. Oh,
I
sorry.
got a little bit in my, well, it used to be
Yes.
red. Now it's gray. But,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
wow.
Fire in the hole.
I was gonna say my beard, but okay.
Oh, shit. I'm done, man. I can't even follow
Oh.
that. I forgot the fuck I was going to say, man. I started getting like,
Oh,
Holy
before I
shit.
Now
forget.
he's cycling back to Jessica Rabbit with the ginger talk.
Oh, before I forget.
Jesus Christ.
Before it
That's
becomes
bad,
midnight, I just want to
We're
send
never
a
gonna
shout
get
out
this
to
list.
Josh International Comics. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
All right, next topic.
Cheers.
Here we go. Taylor Swift reportedly had a great meeting with Kevin Feige discussing a possible role in the
what are you
MCU
trying to do to me, man? Why would you even put this in? That's a thumbnail, too. ain't it?
because I knew you were going to be here.
Why the fuck would you do this to me? Nobody gives a
Because
shit
the
about this
haters
thing.
gonna hate.
Oh my god, that was a good segue, Brian. Good shit. Good job.
They need her to put another
Sometimes-
10,000 miles on
Taylor
her plane.
Swift, damn it. You son of
Chris,
a
sometimes you just got to let it go and shake it off.
Well, you know, you belong to me.
Okay. Just so you know, baby. Now we got bad blood. Just so you know.
Dude, that was like the cringiest thing I ever saw. It was like this newscaster, like everything he was saying was a Taylor Swift song, and it was like, God, what are you doing? Everybody's like literally groaning in the. You
I
can hear
got
the camera
drugged.
guy going.
I got drugged to her movie twice with my kid, and my kid's 18, but she's like, "No, Dad, it's gonna be fun. You'll see." We get there, I couldn't even hear the movie because the entire theater sang every freaking song through the whole movie, and then when they weren't singing it, she would say some dumb shit like, "So how y'all doing?" And the whole movie theater would be like, I'm like, oh god. I'm like,
You're
I
God.
would
not
have gone
there.
and taken the longest shit during that movie.
How many times
I
did you
have
do
a
that?
question.
Chris?
I have a question though. Are these the same people that when you're watching a football game or a NASCAR race and you get a little vocal, they're like, Dad, they can't hear you, right?
Yeah, that's my kid. No, that's my
Okay,
kid.
but they were losing their shit at a Taylor
Yeah,
Swift movie.
losing their
Okay,
shit.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's when you look at him and go, Taylor Swift.
Dad, you don't always have to wear a shirt with another man's name on the back of it. Like, all right, that's it. Get in your car and get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna choke you.
right? I don't need your judgments.
So this is another rumor that was brought out today. She had a meeting. Apparently, it wasn't about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Can she play?
If I had to make a guess, I'd say the X-Men rumors are true. She's going to be in whatever they do with the mutants. She's going to be one of them. Yeah. If I had to say that and who look, all bullshit aside, all jokes aside, who's not going to try to get Taylor Swift in their movie?
Yeah.
I mean, she can't act,
No, I mean,
but she's the most influential female on the planet.
I can see it now. They're
She
like,
doesn't need to act. She just shows up
we're
and
really
sings a
missing
song.
out on some bucks here from the regular audience. Let's get the Swifties.
Oh my God! Can we get who can Taylor Swift play Rogue?
I would like. I think she should be Dazzler. I don't know why she looks like Dazzler. She could pull it off. I think, but they're saying that's just
It's a useless character, so it's a perfect.
I mean, RJ, dude, it could be a 4-second cameo of Taylor Swift. And RJ's gonna go watch it 17 times.
For all the 3 Dazzler fans out there.
That's what they did with the Eternals and the guy from that one boy band.
One Direction.
Thank you.
They're gonna cast her as Storm, and everyone's heads are gonna explode.
Oh God.
She should play
If
Emma
they
Fox.
cast her as Storm, I will drive my car into a fucking tree. I'm not even kidding.
They would never do that.
Can I
I mean,
sit in the passenger seat? And can we listen to Ooh That Smell from Leonard Skinner? Whiskey bottles, brand new cars, a tree
I mean,
in my waist, man.
they've set this. I mean, Dazzler is. No, yes, you're right, DeGrasse. Nobody cares about Dazzler until now.
Nope.
Nobody will care about Dazzler after.
I don't own.
but-
Well, I do own Dazzler books, but not a first appearance. I really don't care.
They
But
are.
Taylor
They
Swift
jacked
thinks that
up the
he's gonna
price
get
on
the
those
first
books pretty
one.
good.
Where Taylor Swift is actually portraying Dazzler on the comic book cover.
And dumbasses like me will have to go out and get the
It's
action
already been
figure.
done. There's already been a cover that came out from a
Yeah,
non-Marvel book.
dumbasses like Chris that gets dragged by their kids to go see it.
No, but I have this OCD thing where I try to collect them all, Star Wars, and I'm doing Marvel. And if there was like a Taylor Swift Dazzler
Oh, no.
6-inch, I would have to go out and buy it because I'm sick in the head.
You know
No,
they're not
I mean-
Pokemon, right?
It'll be worth something one of these days.
They make her Jean Grey.
Oh no,
Please no.
if Taylor Swift does the a full on soundtrack for a movie, would you buy the soundtrack? Because I bought the soundtrack for the Spider-Man films.
Well, look,
I
will say
purposely
this.
not buy the soundtrack if she had a track on.
I'll say this much, guys. I went to that movie twice with my daughter, and both times I went, I don't know how, because I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but I knew all the words to all the songs. That's what happens when you raise a little girl on Taylor Swift. They're just going to sink in, man. You know how much Disney shit I've had to watch that I didn't want to be nowhere near because I have daughters?
Well, let's see here.
But you see that's the funny part. In my house, it's not the kid playing the Disney songs. She'd rather listen to heavy metal music.
Good.
And she does have
Good
some.
girl.
I'm not gonna lie, she has a couple of bangers, man. She does.
She does.
And I even found her attractive in one music video. Whatever that one is, where
One
she's
music
sitting in,
video.
whatever that one is, where she's sitting in the bathtub full of diamonds and she bites into that bracelet.
I've
Yeah,
never
that's
seen
hot.
that Taylor Swift
That's hot.
music video.
I don't know. She's popular. If they cast her, it's going to put asses in seats. End of story. And
She's
that's-
come
that's
in and
basically-
out of
same
my
thing
life
about
at
Noah.
weird times. So like she was introduced to my life at a time where I really liked this girl, but she was really into Taylor Swift. So it was like, oh, okay. And like everybody would sing it at school. It was really weird. It was a school full of dudes and they would just sing Taylor Swift songs randomly. But anyways,
She should be Sharon Carter.
I am also a San Francisco
Sharon
49er fan.
I love who they have.
It is too soon to be waving Taylor Swift in front of my face, okay?
Yeah, I
The
could see
wound
why.
is-
I could see
the
why
wound
it
is
would
too
doubly
fresh.
hurt. I could see why it would hurt double for you because
The
you're not
wound
into
is too fresh.
I guess the weird thing is all I think about, because the whole Deadpool stuff is an X-Men character, but if Feige's talking to her about a role in the MCU, it doesn't say X-Men. It could be
Well,
anything.
just don't
Yeah, it
ruin,
could be
don't ruin
anything.
the MCU for me too, Taylor. That's all I'm asking. Okay, your way doesn't always work.
All right,
Or just
besides
don't
an
watch
X-Men character,
Or just don't watch it.
who would you guys
That
want
would
her to
mean
play?
I can't watch the MCU anymore.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Brucey,
Yes.
can you repeat that, please?
Sorry.
If not an X-Men movie, what character in the MCU would you want her to play?
Wolverine.
The problem is she has to play a small, not talking much role because she's not a good actress.
That's kind
So-
of fucked up if you think about it.
I got
You can't put her like front and center in with a bunch of dialogue.
Yeah, I
So-
agree. But do you remember when the Black Adam fiasco was happening and everyone was like, hey, man, just put Cavill on the screen. That's another 100 million. That's another 100 million guaranteed.
I'm not saying you can't put her in something and
Well,
have her
yeah,
have a role, but it's hard to think of where you fit
No,
her.
no, because the minute she talks, people are going
I'm
to
not
walk out
against
there like, what's going on? But I could see them putting her in there. I could absolutely see them putting her in there. I don't
Squirrel
know
Girl.
What is a squirrel girl?
No, that AT&T girl has to be.
Yeah,
a
that's the
squirrel.
chick.
Firestar.
Actually, I'm not
No,
against
you
Squirrel Girl.
do not take. That's one role you do not take
Yeah, I
away
could
from a
Squirrel Girl.
redhead. You do not take
Mystique.
that role away from a redhead.
Taylor Swift and Mystique.
Dagger from Cloak and Dagger.
No. Here it is. You know how
Dagger
we,
would be nice.
you know how we got
Yep.
Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was
That's-
like invisible.
that's
Probably
how I
like
wanna see
Vanisher and shit.
Oh, she's
That's how I want to see Taylor
actually a
Swift.
squirrel.
That's what I expected
Maybe
in Deadpool.
minus the
Squirrel
electrocution.
with a giant squirrel. That
I expected a quick Deadpool cameo of her as Dazzler as they roll out 40,000 other cameos. She says a couple little lines and it's fun.
And gets killed by Deadpool.
Something.
They're going to be jumping from university.
I just think
to
y'all
university
just don't
and
like
everything.
women. I'm just kidding.
I love women. I will never see her. I will never see this person as a woman.
I just hate the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs, okay? And she just happened to date their tight end all season long. Which
There's nothing wrong with the tight end.
made my I used to like Travis Kelce. I thought he was an all right guy.
And that was the introduction of 7th grade Mama Bear.
Mama Bear, what did you do?
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
Oh,
I got them all to stop at once. That's what I did.
I prefer a fullback, Mama Bear.
Honestly, I know like practically nothing of football, unless you're talking
Don't
like what the
worry.
rest of the world calls football. It's my only problem
You're not
talking to
missing much. You're not
Americans
missing
'cause- No,
We know what soccer is.
I know
just
I know
call it
quarterback,
soccer.
halfback, nickelback, tight end.
well,
that's
we,
it.
we
Nickelback.
basically my team made it to the championship and we
photograph.
lost to the team that Taylor Swift was like very big with. And it
I
for me,
almost
it's
started-
just I saw him lose like to the same team twice, and I'm just really upset about it. It's hard.
The
for me.
first time was their fault, Brian. They were in the end zone celebrating like they
Both
already won the
times.
goddamn thing.
Both times were their fault, man. Both times were their fault, man.
Actually, I don't agree with that. I think that they did get fucked on that last play. That last. I feel like the refs had something to do with that because they made a couple of really bad calls, man. Against.
I'm good, bro. I don't want.
But it happens. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we're retooling.
I just saw a picture of Squirrel Girl. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of hot. Kind of hot. I can
Oh,
see why Wolverine was tapping that. I get it.
No,
I
but
thought
it's
she was actually a squirrel girl, like squirrel. You know what's funny? Here in the Midwest, Mama Bear, plug your ears. Here in the Midwest, do you know what squirrel is?
What?
You know how it's like if I was to be like, yeah, while I'm out here, those dudes are in there scamming on all your squirrel. It's
Minge. It's
beaver trim. You know, the woman part. The woman part is called the squirrel here. That's what they call it. Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds like
Yeah.
all gray and mangy.
we're gonna get us some squirrel tonight. I swear it's a Midwest thing. I swear.
Jeez. I'll stay on the East Coast. Thank
Mama
you.
Bear, why are you laughing? I told you to plug your goddamn ears. You're not supposed to hear that stuff.
But
That's
regardless of what role she gets in the MCU, people will flock to the movie theaters to see her.
Yep.
Am I correct? Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And just
next up,
cope, deal with it.
The Fall Guy will release on digital tomorrow, just over 2 weeks after the film released in theaters.
Oh my god, this is travesty.
Well,
This is the betrayal of the movies.
I can't.
But will it
believe
be
they-
the hey, it's for sale for $26 and rental for $24?
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah,
Joe.
but
There
it's,
you
this
go.
is
There
still
you go.
fast. 2 weeks
It is fast. I
for
can't
digital.
believe they did my boy like this. I can't
This is
believe
faster
they did
than
my
The
boy like
Flash.
this. That's so
Question.
crazy.
Yes.
Question for any of the lovely knowledgeable men on the panel who wants to do it. What was the fastest from theater to streaming? Fastest from movie to digital.
I'll look it up.
Dune.
It might have been Madam. What was it, Madam Web?
Well, I mean, aside from the day and date stuff, I mean, like,
this is a movie from Universal, so they always do that with their films.
I know.
two
I know.
weeks.
Somebody is googling it right now.
Release.
I
I'm
am
doing it
right
right
now.
now.
I'm actually telling Thade to Google it right now. What's the fastest movie to
Who's
go
the-
from
who's the
theater
Thade?
to digital?
Like I said, there were a handful that were released to both at the same time. So
Fastest movie. I'm trying to. I can't spell. Okay. Fast X.
I would really think it was Madam Web. They got that shit out of there fast.
No,
That
Madam
shit-
Web was in the theater for at least 3 to 4 weeks.
Gem wouldn't surprise me.
It's looking like Madam.
Because like Fast X took 21 days. Because I feel like
so bad.
Little Mermaid was out for 2 months, a month and a half in theaters.
See, we're talking about Universal. Universal does that a lot with their films. Sony kind of does this thing where they have a movie been out for like at least a month or so, and it'll be on Netflix, and then it might be on Disney Plus or whatever. So they kind of elongate their the gaps between theaters and streaming. Universal is like notorious for this shit.
This guy was up for a fucking eye. Isn't nobody else angry? I'm not angry about the movie or oh my god, cinema's still messed up. But this man was literally up for a fucking Oscar a month and a half ago.
What the hell are you talking about, Chris?
What's going on now?
Where'd that come from?
What the fuck?
This is a property of a TV show from the 80s. Nobody cared about. No matter who the star was, this movie was not going to make
really
$100 million
really,
or
really.
500.
Okay,
Yes.
so Bewitched.
No, you know what's funny?
Beverly
And
Hillbillies, the
Oscar
A-Team.
wins. Hold on. Oscar wins do not always guarantee a star success after they're nominated or after they win an Oscar. We know this. It's proven. Most of them just fade away.
I wonder
after
why
they
this
win.
movie just did not hit with people. I don't get it. I went and saw it. It's really fun.
I liked it.
I don't get it. And it's
Well-
Ryan Gosling. They could at least give him a month in the theater. You know, here you
You
get
know
you
what's
get 60
funny?
days.
You know what's funny, Bruce?
Yes.
Literally on, I think one of Max's streams was one guy was kind of he's like one of the few people that watch the TV shows, and he was kind of complaining about the movie not being as true to the TV show. Like they didn't play the theme song. I was like, wait,
They did at the end. They played the theme song.
Yeah, they didn't cater to the fans of the original show.
It
Like,
sounds
I
like
mean,
some shit. It sounds like some shit Crazy Joe would say.
I'm like,
I would
no, but
think
like
it's
the
that thing.
5 people that know what that Fall
Yeah.
Guys is a TV show, like
Even I was young.
I was young. It was Lee Majors. My
Yeah.
parents watched it.
Heather Thomas,
I didn't-
you know,
I
the
didn't
Heather
care for
Locklear
it.
clone.
Hey,
Remember Heather Thomas? The
Heather
Locklear
Thomas
lookalike?
was a smoke show.
Yeah, because she looked
Damn.
exactly like Heather Locklear.
She
They were
looked better
clones
than
of each
Heather
other.
Locklear. Heather
So
Thomas in
anybody
her
found
prime
the
was a smoke
answer
show.
for Mama Bear? I can't find anything.
Dave says it's looking like
the
it's-
first thing that popped up was Fast X, but
Madam Web's
Doubt it.
only 4 weeks. This might have beat Madam Web. Madam Web was 4 weeks.
Madam
Well,
Web.
how long was Black Adam?
Uh,
Like Black Adam was like 2 months, right?
Yeah, it was 2
Yeah,
months
Black Adam
because
was
it was after Christmas.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I gotta do like I gotta see a graph or something.
Shortest. I am searching the wrong thing. I should be Searching shortest theater run.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a Riptide reboot.
Shortest.
The
Shortest
fact
theater
that
run,
you
I like
even
that.
know what Riptide is, the screaming Mimi baby. Come on, what's Steve? Joe? Not is it Joe Parrott? Not Joe Parrott. The other one, and Steve.
Oh, here we
Joe
go.
Penny. Joe Penny and the other guy. Yeah, man, that was a great show.
It was fun.
Let's
He had a
see.
giant pink helicopter with a mouth on it. Like it was so good.
Oh my god, they have a top 15. Oh my god, I gotta pull this up.
Oh my God,
All right, we're gonna 15 disappointment.
Glitter.
Room.
Oh, fucking
Oh, the
Glitter
glitter.
doesn't
Disappointments
surprise me.
Room was
Glitter
such a
came
bad
out.
movie.
Glitter
A
came
Cure
out.
for Wellness. This is weird.
A Cure for Wellness was a weird movie.
Glitter.
Glitter. I'm not gonna say it was a good movie, but at this also you got to remember that
It
movie
came out on
released
9/11.
on 9/11. So
Just-
her that and her album dropped on the same day the towers dropped. I didn't mean that as
Wow.
a. I didn't mean that as a- that was
I'm
not
just
supposed
gonna
to be a
say,
pun.
I'm just gonna say that sentence. You could have ended it as, "I'm not gonna say it's a good movie." That
Ah,
was
Yeah.
just a
This
perfect sentence
lasted-
right there.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Well, it's A Star Is Born. It's literally A Star Is
From-
Born.
Oh god, from
No,
Justin to Kelly.
Cindy Kelly.
Wow,
Oh,
that
God.
was great, dude. Remember Justin Guarini?
5 weeks.
Oh, that was the American Idol stuff. Yeah.
I don't think Justin Guarini remembers Justin Guarini.
House
Jiggly.
Giggly.
I like Jiggly. I don't care. That was a funny movie.
Oh, Geely.
Yeah.
that was some shit
3
right there.
weeks.
Giggly was good.
Oak Globes and the Big Balloon Adventure.
Oh, not. Oh.
3
That looks
weeks.
like Nightmare Fuel.
That.
Jim and the Holograms. 2 for
Oh,
week
that-
2.
I remember.
Oh, I
that
thought
one.
that might have
long was
been the
that?
one that. Yeah, that one.
Week
might be
two.
one.
That
2 weeks.
movie- That movie
2
opened
weeks.
with. That movie
Revolution.
opened
Weeks,
with
Jim and the
$1.5 million, and they took that out.
This was so bad. Pacino took a 4-year hiatus from filming.
Oh,
Jeez.
Ooh,
Collide. Oh, I heard that movie was garbage.
Collide. 2 weeks.
Stars Nicholas Hoult.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That went to theaters? Holy shit. That's crazy. That must have been like some 1971, 70 exploitation shit because I didn't even know that went to the theaters.
I don't know. Sounds like it'd be a fun Christmas movie.
A
Yeah,
lot
it's
of things.
violent.
A lot of things went to the theaters back then.
Heaven's Gate.
Oh, about
Oh,
the
for
call.
a week.
Yeah, yeah.
A week. Here we go. A week.
Yep.
Diego.
A week.
Delgo.
Delgo.
What is-
That
What is
movie
Delgo?
sucked.
There we
A
go.
week.
I
Postal.
can see why that's a week.
A week. A week.
Even the title is just wrong. United.
Oh, well,
Passions.
Postal was an Uwe Boll movie, so that explains everything.
United Passions.
And it had Scott
Okay,
Farkas.
United Passions is number 1. How long was that in for?
At a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god. What's it
That's all
about?
I wanted to
What
say.
is it even
Tomatoes,
about?
I just wanted to see.
Wow, that's one hell of a quote.
Now
I
can't see it.
I'm seen as bad as the guy who brought.
Oh, 3 days.
Africa. What the?
3
It had a
days?
You
3 days.
That's such a
days.
wild quote. Holy crap!
That's
That's such a wild quote.
that's
United Passions.
there's some bitterness in that quote.
Oh my god! What is it? Let me look up United Passion. United Passion. It sounds like a directed DVD.
The birth of FIFA? Is that what it's about? Really?
Uh,
I'm saying 3 days, a movie about soccer. Look, America may not be into soccer, but the rest of the world loves
That's
that.
a
shit.
French movie.
Like
that was
Seriously.
in France. That's a
3
French
days.
movie.
that's the
insane.
biggest sport in the world, and that
Yeah,
movie
the
lasted
rest
3
of the
days.
rest of the world loves that sport.
That's
mean,
It
literal
grossed
fights break out.
$918.
Apparently, the
make-
movie was as
Hey,
exciting as the
what?
sport.
$918.
$918.
You got it. Here's our mission in life. If this was a
Wow.
reality show, we would have to find somebody who went and paid to see that movie. That's what I would want to
Oh my god!
Right.
All right, now I got to see where it's streaming at. Is this
You'd
on
have to
Tubi?
find out what. Well, you'd have to find out
Okay.
what theaters it showed at.
Seriously, if anyone shows me a ticket from that movie, I will do a drawing for them. Like an
I
actual
doubt you
drawing.
will, since it only grossed $918.
If they were
Whoa,
willing to
whoa,
see
whoa,
this
time out,
movie,
time out, time out.
they've earned something.
What do you mean, Mama Bear? Are you an artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing
no.
artist.
Okay, hold
Thank you.
on. Wait, what?
an amazing artist.
So she's a
Chris, go to
criminal.
my channel.
She has maybe the sexiest voice on here, and she's an artist like me.
Why she's a criminal?
I went to an art high school, and honestly, there is pirate in my family. My
Yeah, there's
family were
pirate blood in
pirates
her
back in the
family.
day.
She's from Nassau. You didn't know that? She's a Canadian.
No.
She's by way of Nassau. She's Canadian.
No,
A lot of Canadian pirates where you're from?
my dad said they're actually from the Netherlands, and pretty much on his side, any chance to be on the water, we were there. Right back to the Vikings.
Oh my god. And she's an artist. I got to check out this art. Yeah.
Seriously, you need to go check out my channel if this is news to you.
It is
Yes.
absolutely news to me, and I usually know all the
I'll
artists.
put your
because I am
channel
one.
I'll put your channel in the chat. Where's AOA when you need them?
Yeah, direct Gracia. Yeah, Fast X, the 10th Fast and Furious film, is like 21 days from screen to digital.
Vince, I'll watch Taika Waititi movies.
I mean,
think
are
he's
you
funny.
sure that's not a laxative that just came
It's
out?
on it's on Fubo. Fubo?
Fubo TV?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
This
on Fubo.
movie is?
Yes, and
Is
you
this-
can
is
rent
this-
it on
is this the
Apple
one with the titty
TV.
movie?
United Passions, you can watch
United
on Fubo and rent
Passion.
on Apple TV.
Wow. Is it to buy
You
or
can
for
rent it
free?
and double the
Yeah.
box office.
To double the box office. Let's go. You should do a watch party.
Let
why
me
not?
put this in there.
Roast
Yeah.
the heck out of it.
Oh wait, no,
Yes.
it's on Prime Video.
Wait, did I put the right one?
That's the one.
I don't know, but it won't let me clink it. Clink it. I can't even talk right now. I'm all gummies. All right, let me. Yeah,
this
it won't let me
is what
click on it.
happens when I'm on the panel with him. He loses all function.
I looked it up. United Passion is on Prime Video actually for free.
Oh, nice.
We could finally do that watch party now.
All right. Let's get to what we came here to do.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
right
my
You guys
god,
do
I
what
forgot.
it
We got a fucking tier list to do, man. Oh my god. I'm in. Let's do this. I'm in.
All right, let's get rocking with. We got best
Well,
of
this
the
is, what,
best.
this is what happens when you provoke my envy. You know that I'm not stable enough to handle this shit right now.
Well, mellow out, have some
I'm gonna
water, and
mellow out.
relax.
I'm drinking an energy drink like I need one.
We got best of the best, good, middle of the
Thank you,
road,
Atron.
subpar, and a dumpster fire. And the first movie up, I have actually this
Jinkies.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Damn,
What do you
we
guys
actually
think?
saw that
actually
in
made
theaters.
a graphic.
Put this
for
in
this?
with 80s action movies?
Yes. It is an 80s action movie.
It is.
Does it came out in 1980s? Yes, an action.
Yes,
Yep.
1980.
It's an adventure movie.
That's 80s and 90s action movies.
That's my cup
I'm
of
gonna,
tea
I'm
then.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Joe on this one. It doesn't really feel like. I mean, it is an action. I guess
It's
someone
an
doing all
S
action.
tier. It's an
Yeah.
S tier movie. It's
Absolutely.
definitely a best of the best movie, even though you have to see Kathleen Kennedy dance in the beginning of the movie. But it's still a great movie.
Wait,
So everybody agrees this is best of the best?
I'm sure there was a time when. Oh, absolutely. That whole trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a time when Kathleen Kennedy was kind of a hottie. No, Kate Capshaw, but hottie.
Oh, well, you had to deal with Kate Capshaw in the movie as well, which almost pushes the movie down to good.
Don't let
but-
Spielberg hear you say that. All right, you better chill out.
All right. Next up, we have La Femme Nikita.
Oh, that's the original is definitely best of the best.
Yeah, they're both good. I didn't mind Point of No Return, but it
I
was the
like
same
Point of No
thing as-
Return as well.
Yeah, they're the exact same movie, literally
Yeah.
the exact same.
See,
Pretty
they
good
all
movie.
go.
I would give that a good. That's definitely a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. What do you think, Mama Bear? Have you seen this?
Nah, this one was never a good one.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Okay. So put that in good.
Nah,
Yeah, put it in good.
Then we have The Matrix.
The original Matrix.
Are
Yeah.
we just doing the
Uh,
first one here?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the
absolutely
first
best of the
one.
best.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's
I can't put everything in. Best of the best?
Yes.
Absolutely. I saw that one 14 times in the
yeah,
theater.
they should.
Yeah, it is. And all the other ones are absolute dog shit, but the first one is
I
good.
wouldn't say dog shit, but no, they don't. They're not on the same level as the first one.
He said mid. Next
Too many-
up, we
too
got
many hippies. In
Oh
this
wait!
section.
Oh, hold on. Time out. Hold on. Who said mid? Let me guess. Without even
Matt.
looking. Zeno.
Eh,
Let me get. Okay.
Ah,
Oh, he's so edgy. Ooh, he's so edgy.
The first Matrix was amazing. Sorry.
Yeah. For the time and what they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
It was mind blowing. The sequel sucked.
I agree.
you know, it was mind blowing that they just copied Hong Kong action movies at the time. Next up, Alien.
Aliens, not alien.
Alien.
Aliens.
Better than the original.
Yes. No.
I don't. Dude, they're different
No.
movies.
Mute,
No.
mute
One's a
bothers
horror,
me.
One's
like
a
mute.
horror. One's an
She bothers
action.
you? Leave the
Jake,
kid alone.
You guys, have I told
I'm
you the
not kidding,
story?
Zeno. I will time you out.
I know you've heard it 100 times, guys, but I'll tell it one more time. When my dad worked the grounds at Oklahoma
Hashtag.
Sooners, there was a dollar theater. I would save my lunch money every day, and this is back when they would keep movies in the theater for like a year. I saw and got my picture put on a Polaroid in the movie theater thing because I went and saw this movie 93 days in a row. 93 days in a row.
Damn, bro.
I've never watched any other movie as much as I've watched this movie. Even though I'll lie to you and tell you my favorite movie is probably The Breakfast Club or The Crow, it's actually probably this movie because I watched it more than anything I've ever watched in my life.
My favorite line in this movie. You want some? You too? Oh man!
You know the one that makes
love
me.
that.
You know the one that
Love
makes me laugh. My favorite one is when Bill Paxton says when they're arguing at the table.
With Vasquez.
Yeah, and then where they're at, they're not showing up. They left. They're leaving, and Bill Paxton goes, "Oh, good. Maybe we've got them demoralized."
Well, dude, I had a Drake action figure.
Thank you, Faith.
Those action figures that came out for Aliens were amazing. Yeah, I had that. They were great.
There's an Aliens. It's called Fire Team Bravo. Your Space Marines. It came out 2 years ago? I haven't played it since it came out. Anybody have that? I'm looking for somebody to play with. Giggity.
That sounds funny.
So S tier, right? Best of the best.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Honestly,
good.
it's one of the most loved in the whole series.
Yes. And I didn't mind 3. I just couldn't take it. I like Resurrection. I know people don't like it, but I liked it. Next up, Lethal Weapon.
Again, that's iconic. People quote it all the time.
I'm too old for this
Still
shit.
to this day. I mean, the fact that on How I Met Your Mother, they had a whole thing around the Murtaugh list.
Right, and that was one of my favorite episodes of that
Right?
show. Oh, yeah, I loved it. Yes, I'm too old for this stuff.
This is definitely going
Barney gets an
best
ear
of the
piercing.
best.
Yes.
Oh, easy best of the best.
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna have like a best of the best. That's the problem. It's gonna be a very top.
I know.
Top heavy list.
It will
Looking
be.
at the, we're gonna be.
Rightfully so.
Rambo,
There you
First
go.
Blood.
Or who's gonna call this middle of the road? No,
Middle of the
honestly.
road for me. Middle of the road
Oh,
for me.
First Blood is
What are you? What?
the best. First Blood is a perfect freaking movie. All the other
What?
Rambos I
Danny,
can throw
not
down
for me.
somewhere else, but
Are
I can care
you
less about this movie.
serious? What?
I could care less about this movie. I do not like any of the Rambo movies. Never have.
But
Never.
the first one, the first
No.
wasn't really
First one,
even technically a
Bro,
Rambo.
I'm not even
Listen,
reading
yeah.
the comments.
this was one of the first movies to ever deal with not only what it was like to be treated like shit when you came home from Vietnam, but post-traumatic stress syndrome, not being able to find a job. Dude, this was the first movie to touch on all that. The rage that comes from a man that has seen
Still
war.
didn't like it.
That's crazy. This is like a banger, man. This is a big one.
yeah. Brian Denny, he is a huge asshole. It's a perfect movie.
Right,
So-
Brian Dennehy pretty much plays Brian Dennehy in
Am
this
I
movie.
I'm the only one that says middle of the road? What the hell?
I'm with you.
Um,
No, I'm with
I
you
mean,
on
it's-
that one.
I'll put it
If
in
you said
good.
Rambo 2 or 3, I'd be like middle of the road. But First
Yeah.
Blood, the actual First Blood, nah, man, no way. This
Well,
is-
we'll compromise and put it in good.
I mean, I used to have this on UMD, so I don't know. You tell me.
we'll put in.
This
We'll put in
this
good.
was unlike any of the other action movies. This actually was a bit more serious than other action movies.
I'm just saying,
Rambo was
you
never
really
my
gotta-
thing, but
you
yeah,
really
at
gotta
the
like the
very
movie.
least, put it at good. Because sorry,
It's that good.
Yeah.
We'll compromise.
it started off a
Yes,
huge
and David
franchise.
Caruso, yes.
Lethal Weapon 2. Was it better than the first?
Um,
I've
Not
only seen the
quite.
first.
No, but it was really damn good.
It was good.
Which one introduced Joe Pesci? Was that the third one?
Second one, I believe. Was
Two.
the second one?
Well,
Whatever you want, Leo gets.
So good, everyone. Good.
Free South Africa, you dumb son of a bitch.
it's no Lethal Weapon 4, I'll tell you.
Cobra.
I like Cobra.
Dumpster fire.
I'm sorry, as a kid,
Makes me wa-
as a kid, I wanted to just walk around with a matchstick toothpick all the time.
This was a dumpster fire for me.
It's a middle.
Is Over the Top on here?
My favorite Stallone movie of all
Right
time.
now.
Shut the fuck up, Brian. I still cry when I watch it. I still cry when I watch that Kenny Loggins song hits. I turn into 12 years old again. Man.
What
Oh,
about you, Mama Bear? What do you think?
Actually, I have not seen this one, but the picture alone is just making me think pure cheese, like
Yeah, oh,
something
it
right up
was.
there with
It's
Sharknado.
dark.
was.
It's a
It
dark.
was. I will say this. Whoever that guy is with the big giant jaw from like he was in Lionheart, that girl's bodyguard. He was a good villain, and the car was dope as shit. There was nothing else. Oh, and Bridget Nielsen was still hot at the time. But other
Yeah.
than that, there was nothing good about
Before
this
she was
movie.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll compromise between middle of the road and dumpster fire. We'll put it in
Subpar.
subpar.
Down.
Yep. Get drunk and watch it.
You guys like these overlays for the videos, the cassettes? I mean,
It
movie
makes it
posters?
easier to see what the movie
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
The Killer.
Sorry, I didn't have that much
Ooh,
time
The
last time.
Killer. This is S tier. This is peak Hong Kong action.
See,
Come
that's
here.
not fair. You're the only one that's probably seen this shit.
I've never
What?
seen that movie.
You got doves? How many doves are in this movie?
This because
Oh,
of
is
the-
it John Woo? Is it a John,
It's a John
Woo
Woo
movie?
movie. Yeah, it's a John Woo movie.
yes.
No, yeah, it's gotta have some.
There's a few John Woo movies. All right. This is
I like
S
some
tier.
John Woo. I like some
All
John Woo.
American action movies have been based around John Woo's work. And if Herb was here, he would back me up. S tier.
No. Okay, maybe. I don't know, dude.
I'll put it in good since you guys haven't seen
I
it.
don't know.
I'm happy with good.
It
I
sounds like
wouldn't
a good
complain
compromise.
I wouldn't complain about Best of the Best either. It is a good movie.
Chow Yun Fat's a bad. Wait, I think I have seen this one.
You have seen this with
They shoot the
would've-
shit out of each other at the end. They just
John Woo is the one that did the slow motion bullets. Damn it.
guys.
Slow
This
motion
is
bullets.
okay. He's not lying. This is an S tier movie.
It is an S tier movie.
Okay.
Okay, well, there you go.
It's one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life.
One of the best.
Yeah, I didn't
Back
realize
to-
which one it was. till I
Back
was
to
like,
you
oh,
stinking
Chow Yun Fat.
Americans
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Yeah.
like,
and Canadians.
Oh, Ray Don
Amanda.
Chong. This is Best
I
of the Best. I'm
love
sorry.
Ray Don Chong.
Wrong.
Listen, guys. I like this movie, and it was the first Schwarzenegger after the Terminator that I'd ever seen. But it's not best of the best.
Oh, it's got
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano on it.
It had Harry Arms Hallowell in it. Alyssa
That's why he
Milano.
was she was his daughter, right? Alyssa Milano. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
well, it's no best of the best because that's a real movie.
Yes, it is.
They do shoot up.
I know. I love Commando. It's one of those movies that just there's no wasted space in that movie.
Not to mention the film flubs. I don't know if you guys know about this or not, but when the Porsche flips over a bunch of times, and then when he drives it away after he knocks it back over, it's a brand new Porsche again. There's not even a scratch on it. Stop
Bro.
it.
You know when I
sorry.
said I kill you last?
I lied.
I lied. Dude, this had all the good one-liners, man. Like
Best of the best.
all the good.
There is one scene where he takes the combat knife and he does slit a guy's throat with the dull end of it. But
Stick
I'll let it
around
pass.
line, the steam coming out of the guy's
Yeah.
chest at the end. This is peak 80s cheese, though, man. This is great.
It is, but it's I don't know. I love so many of these movies because there's that tight 90-minute movie of
So where are we
there's no
sticking
wasted
this?
space.
I don't know. Now that I
Fly
think about it, it might be best of the best, man. Because this is
Yeah.
one I can
Is
go
it
back and
good
watch.
or best of the best?
I can go back and watch this
The
one
best.
over and over and over and over.
Well, this is
I'm
like the
watching.
archetype for the Wolf Bane character in Simpsons. The
Yes.
Simpsons.
What you said,
Yeah.
Mama Bear?
I'm watching the chat dropping quotes left and right. I mean that's
Yeah, best
definite-
of the best.
best for me.
Degrassi says Band of the Hand. I'll bet me and Degrassi are the only two people that have ever seen Band of the Hand. Ask me again why I love this dude.
I love Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah, I watched
That-
it. So,
I'm
that
not
and
even
Amer-
gonna.
you
I'm
know
not
that
even
and
gonna
American
quote
Me
the
are
beginning of the movie when he goes to
Bro.
the detention center. Oh, I
dude.
have to get demonetized
Watch
really
it.
quick.
That and American Me are literally the same movie based on the same guy.
American Me. I love
Yeah,
American
it's
Me.
literally based on the same guy. Except
We're having a party
yeah.
and we're having girls come over. Where's the
Who's
girl
the
getting here?
girl?
She's here.
Yeah. No.
Arr.
Oh, really? Who's the girl? And then he's like, "You are, baby." And then
You
the
are.
way they use that knife
Oh,
to put it
jeez.
in him before. Oh my god, bro.
Oh no! All right.
Yeah, that's a brutal movie.
Oh, what?
License to
License
Kill.
My favorite Timothy Dalton movie, License to Kill. Yep. Even
Second
over what's
best
the other one,
Bond.
Brian?
The Living Daylights.
The Living Daylights. That's a good one. But License to Kill has the truck that does the wheelie. Dude, it's so fucking cool.
Well, the one chick went on to be on Law and Order.
Oh,
The
you
short hair
all
chick on the
coming.
left.
Yes, she was an assistant district attorney.
I'm gonna go with good for this one.
It had Robert Davi as the bad guy, young Benicio del Toro.
Well, you should have had a great in there too, but before Best of the Best, because this is a great movie, but we'll have to go with good because it's not
Good.
Best of the Best.
It's definitely not that.
Middle of the road for me is like
I put it in the middle of the road of Bond movies, but
there's a
it's
song from a band called The Pretenders, and it kind of goes bam, 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 in the middle of the road. That's where I want to find this movie.
Wait, hold on, wait, Brian, how's it go?
Fucking
love him. Fucking love him.
all right, we're gonna put this in.
I'll give a point for
Somewhere
knowing
Chrissy
a
Hines
song
is
other
crying.
than "I'll Walk 500 Miles."
Are we gonna put
I
this
don't know
in
any
middle
of
of the
it.
road?
Yeah, middle of the road. Even though my favorite
Oh, shit.
after View to a Kill, and everyone hates me for saying that, but after A View to a Kill, because of Christopher Walken, the two Timothy Dalton James Bond movies are my favorite.
So Bond's just one of those things with people. It's like you have your Bond, and that's what you like, and everything else kind of falls outside there somewhere else. It's
Yeah,
a very
him and Roger
personal
Moore.
thing.
I
Oh,
love
I
them
didn't see
both
this.
so much.
Thank you, Blue Jay, for he had to
Yeah.
bail out. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh, later, buddy.
My guy, it's funny.
Later.
The young 20+ crowd, they bail out early because they got to get their sleepy sleep and get their naps.
And then they
Well, here
talk
we
shit about
are.
us because we're
The
old.
adults are up.
Well,
I'm
it's
just saying.
also because we're talking about movies that came out in the.
Before
80s and
was born.
90s. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'm 40 years old, and this movie came out when I was 9. Or no, 6.
Yeah, but I still watch movies that are before I was born.
Well, no, I'm just saying we need to put that in perspective a little
Sorry,
bit. You know,
I grew up every
I can
weekend
still make
watching
fun of
Bond
them, though.
movies on TBS.
Yeah,
I
I don't
still
think I was alive for any of the spaghetti westerns, but I've watched them all.
Mhm.
So. Yeah.
I don't know how many times I
everybody
watched Red River.
knows Brass and Punch.
Every time I went to my grandparents' house, my grandfather was watching Red River.
Oh,
Damn
jeez.
Every time
Westy.
I went to my grandparents, my grandfather was watching ice skating.
Ooh, I like ice skating. We got Empire Strikes Back.
Put this in
You
80s
told me
action
Rocky
movies.
4 and that was not an action movie. Blah, blah, blah.
Put this
Shenanigans.
in 80s action movies.
Shenanigans.
I don't know.
Dumpster fire. Because it doesn't belong here.
Invalid.
This used to be my favorite Star Wars movie of all time, and believe it or not, now it's not even in my top 3.
Right?
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back was subpar at the time. It's still
No,
subpar.
it's no.
Empire
Stop
Strikes
it.
Back
It's a
is a phenomenal
perfect
movie.
movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a perfect movie.
It just has no place on the
I'm
screen.
doing this with a clip out. I'm pulling a max.
And not only
yeah.
that, and not only that, but what is our time frame? The 80s and the 90s. This movie came out in 1979. Okay.
No, 1980.
1980.
Ooh,
80.
shenanigans. Ooh, shenanigans.
Shenanigans. It is shenanigans. Though.
I call it shenanigans.
Look at him
Sorry.
smiling. Look at that greasy little smile of his right now. He's fucking with us, man.
Yeah, I'm
He's got-
smiling too.
It's
Shenanigans.
1980. 1980.
It is.
That's our
It is
our
1980.
space word on the screen.
It's 1980, but it's not an action movie.
No.
It's really not. It's more of a
It's a sci-fi
dramatic.
action movie.
No. It's
What
more of a.
action scene is in
I
it?
would listen. Yeah, there's only a couple. I would literally call
the
this a
Hoth
sci-fi
battle in
drama.
the beginning.
Yeah.
This is
We can get
this
search.
is a-
We can get search for Spock in here too.
Yeah,
What
this
was
is
it?
The chat
I
has
would-
spoken. And
I
they
don't
said
want.
that
I
that's
don't want to
the
sound like an
They
a-hole, but like, if you're
I mean,
calling,
It's fixed.
if we had to put it in something,
Right.
then yes, it's best of
Right.
the best. But it's not an action movie. It's a drama. It's a sci-fi
Yeah.
drama.
It's fantasy.
subpar,
Boo.
subpar.
Yeah.
Boo.
I mean, there's a little bit of action in it, but you can't for an action movie to be an action movie. It's got to be action from beginning to end.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh,
Luke
no.
got some action
No.
from
Fact of
Leia.
the matter is,
Uh,
I could bring up the DM.
the-
Okay.
The views of the panel do not represent the views of Kingdom of
We're
Nerds.
just saying. Look, man, I'm
Why
just
do you
saying.
call it a kingdom?
I'm
then if
not
it's
even
only
trying
one
to
dude?
gatekeep. I'm not even trying to
Because it's a
gatekeep.
monarchy,
I'm just
buddy.
saying.
Monarchy.
See,
So then you'd be
see,
like, king of the nerds.
Sticks is with you. Leia gets kissed twice in this movie. I mean, even
That's
Luke got
action.
some action in this
Okay,
movie.
that's yeah, he did. Yeah.
I mean, you gonna put Bad News Bears on this list too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
right.
got a little bit of that incest
All right,
injection going on.
I'll take a point off because it's not a true action movie and put it in good.
Well,
I
no,
was-
I'm
I
gonna
was-
have
I
a
was-
problem with that, but I'm gonna have a problem with that too because it's the best of the best when it comes to Star
I was
Wars.
forced to. You guys have seen this, right? The panel bullied me.
Did you put Rocky 4 on here? Did
No.
you put Rocky 4?
No. All right, here we go. Point Break.
Come on, man. All your shit's best of the best. What are you
Young,
doing to
dumb,
us,
and
man?
full of cum.
This is Pete Keanu and Patrick
Haven't
at his
seen it.
best.
Don't care.
I can't believe you've never seen Point Break.
What?
You don't like? Who don't you
I
like?
haven't seen it. Not that I don't like anybody in it. Just
I refuse to not put a Gary Busey movie in best of the best.
Oh my god, I forgot Gary's even in it. They're surfing.
Yeah,
kids.
this
They're
is
ghosts.
good.
It's a great movie. It is a great movie.
It's middle of the road or good for
Middle
me.
of the road. It's got to be at least good. Man, you're gonna give me a fucking aneurysm tonight. You're pushing me.
That's the
You're
whole
trying.
point.
I know what
Dude,
you're doing.
Man, this is like frustrating.
Hey, welcome back.
I mean, I could see it being pushed down to good
Zeno
just because
agrees
of
with
Laura
me.
Petty, but to me, it's the best of the best.
Mid, we got
Okay.
mid.
How can I protest this? This is
we
really
got best.
Yeah,
tough,
that's Zeno. But
We got a
honestly,
mid
this
from
has got to
Pink.
be
Zeno.
bare minimum good, sweetheart.
Yeah, at least good.
All
Man.
right, we'll go with Mama Bear.
This is a
She's a
icon.
gas.
You understand this movie's iconic? Like how iconic this movie is?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
this is
iconic, and I'm still in best of best, right?
like this
Okay,
is
that's
no.
what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm
I
gonna
went
do.
and saw this at the theater with a bunch of friends when I was a teenager, and we went right back in and saw it a second time. For
All
a
right,
9
there's
o'clock
some
show.
movies in here I just put in here to piss people off.
I know you did. Look at you, what a troll, man.
Did you,
Or
did you
with
put Men,
Mel-
did you
Oh,
put Men
Man
at
the
Work in here as
Destroyer.
well?
Right,
Is Men at
right,
Work gonna
right,
show up in here?
right.
The whole movie.
Yeah, there's an action
Conan the
scene
Destroyer.
in there, I think.
Okay, you want to hear my take on this one? No one's gonna like
Go
it.
ahead.
It's mid.
It's not
Dumpster fire.
It's mid. Yeah, I wouldn't call it dumpster fire. I mean, it's freaking Conan, bro. The guy, James Earl Jones turns a snake into an arrow. I mean, it's really cool.
I
have the
I
ultimate
love
troll.
Conan
Thank you.
Oh, this is Conan the
as a
Destroyer.
property.
This is the one.
It's
that-
a destroyer.
This is a dumpster fire, bro. Is this the one that had
It's a
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in it?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Not
Or is
Kramer.
that-
Yes.
It's,
Yes.
the other one.
What do you mean the other one?
It had Grace Jones.
No.
it
What do
had-
you mean the other one? Racist
That's fucked
motherfucker. What do you mean the other
Right,
one?
right. I'm
Oh.
like,
Wow.
There were
yeah,
two
the other
Conan
black
movies.
guy.
I am so shocked that you
Yeah,
think.
thanks.
Wow.
There were
It
two
wasn't
Conan
I-
great.
movies.
He's right though.
I just done blocked you. I just blocked you in real life.
I love Conan as a property.
Will Chamberlain.
It's
The
not
other
a
one.
good movie, but I will still watch it when it's on.
I haven't seen this, but
I did like this because of Grace Jones. So
I'm going to protest. I'm going to protest. So you say dumpster fire? I say best of the best.
Oh, Will.
Yeah.
thank you.
No, Brian,
I'm
let me tell
going-
you something. You know how many times I've watched this movie? The
Yes,
guy that
yes,
would
Will.
swallow the jewels. I love this movie, but
No,
it's
no,
not a
no.
good movie.
The guy that
I'm gonna take my shoes called Sabot and I'm gonna throw them into the machine.
Hey, Grogu.
It is a
Hi,
guilty
Grogu.
pleasure movie. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Chamberlain.
This-
It's not a good movie.
This is
but
one
it's
of
a
the
guilty
this
pleasure.
is one of those movies right up there with some of the Jaws, some of the ones in the Jaws franchises that if you're up at like 3:00 in the morning watching this movie, turn it off, go to bed, and smack yourself. I
All right,
love
so
this
we all
movie.
agree.
Don't get me wrong; I've seen it so many
I
times,
love it too.
but this is subpar.
So We got what 4 or 5 dumpster fires. The chat is saying dumpster fire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
dumpster
it's,
fire.
this is fun to watch, but it's not a good
it is.
movie. It's just not.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's
It's
like
right up there.
watching-
What was it?
It's like
Jaws
watching
4?
Beastmaster or
I did like the
Ice
end of the
Pirate.
monster.
But I like Beastmaster.
Dude,
I did like the monster at the end though when they put that jeweled horn in the statue's head
Oh,
and it turned
yeah.
into that demon. That was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, that was cool.
And the villain was, if I'm not mistaken, was the villain not the same that the chick from Superman 2, right?
Yes.
Same
Yeah.
chick. Yeah.
All right. Next up,
Girls going around here?
Speed.
I hate
You know,
Absolutely sticks.
I hate Speed.
the worst part,
Top
the worst,
quiz,
the
hot
worst.
shot. You got
Oh my
on a
god,
bus.
Oh, this movie sucks.
I don't know, man.
Man, what the
I
hell is wrong with you guys? This is one of the.
I
This
love it.
started.
I
This
love
started
this movie.
Keanu's.
This movie-
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, unless
I'm
Sandra Bullock is
Keanu.
talking about
I
murder,
don't-
death,
Hey.
kills. I don't
I
want to
don't
see her in a
hate
movie.
this
I
shit.
don't
Dennis
like
Hopper.
this movie. I don't.
I just
like
don't think we can be
Keanu
friends
does way
anymore,
better
guys.
movies at this time in career.
I mean, Point Break's a better movie.
I
But
know you
Speed's
put
pretty
that. You
rad.
put that comment up there. You put it in a
Dracula's
banner on the
better
bottom.
than this.
Okay, I nominate Star Trek 6. You know the action packed it is watching Kurt climb his fat ass up a freaking mountain.
That's part 5, I thought.
That is part 5. That's what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God.
The
Oh.
greatest action film of all time.
6 is the one I like. I actually like 6.
No. You bought Uncorked Brian. Okay,
Sorry.
you told me I could not put Rocky 4 as one of the greatest action films.
Is this
But
even
it's
an
not-
80s?
Rocky
This
4 is
is-
not an action movie, though.
What-
It's
what
a-
year did this
It's
come
more
out?
an action movie than Empire Strikes Back.
This
It's-
is
yeah.
80s, 90s list.
Oh, 80s
80s
and
and
90s?
90s.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I thought it was just 80s because I was
No,
going to say
it's 80s
this.
and 90s.
Dennis Hopper
I
makes
heard
this
him say
movie
80s and
itself.
90s.
Okay, enough said.
If
Okay?
I want good Dennis Hopper,
Right.
I will watch Blue
Next
Velvet.
time I do a tier list, I will have all you guys backstage, and we can make the tier list together.
I have an idea.
But now, this
Now
is my
on,
list, and
let's
you
just
all
let
can go
me-
fuck yourself.
I like that. That's a great idea. Listen, I have an idea.
Careful
I
what
think
you wish
next
for,
time
pal.
you should
Oh,
let me
sorry.
make the tier list, because that way it'll be good. No, this is a great. This is a great tier list, man. It's just hard to pick through these movies because, I mean, Speed is a big. Just the concept alone was so original.
It was awesome. But
You know,
I
I'm
can see
like-
looking
how
at the
people
amount of
would
movies
not
that are
like it.
below. I'm sure we're gonna have a whole bunch in the lower tiers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got a
There-
lot of lower
there- There's
tiers.
another movie with a bus that's in my background with
Because
a bus
we
in there
gotta
called The
just-
Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet with Clint Eastwood, baby. Yeah.
Yes,
And that ugly chick he married. What's that about?
Sandra
man?
Locke. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a bus movie I want to watch.
All right. Please subscribe to Ferd Bird the Nerd and help him get to 1,000 subs. Great comic book, financial
Absolutely.
advice streams, toys and video games on his show. Great guy. So what are we
See,
putting?
and that's why
Speed?
you have to do that, because if I say anything about toys, it's going to be taken completely wrong with my voice.
Cool. Yeah, for Bruce, were you asking for a coup? The premise became an action movie trope.
Absolutely.
So, because of, I guess we can put this in good.
Yeah.
Anybody want to put it somewhere else?
I do, but I'm not gonna fight anybody on it.
Yeah, I could
I
say
think
good
it is
or
fair.
middle of the road. I mean, I could see it, but
It's
This-
it's a personal
for me,
favorite
but-
for me.
It's a mid
This,
movie.
this was used. This was used in so many as a callback to this movie. You know, so many different movies as a callback to this particular one or a nod to it. That it's good. You got to do that as good.
Yeah,
Well, not only
this is
that,
good.
but for me, there's a little nostalgia attached. This is the first movie I ever saw in a drive-in.
That's a good
I
movie
get
to
that.
see it at drive. It's a good movie. to see.
And I have a question for
Mine was
Sticks
irony.
Boy. Why are you in the chat and not on the panel?
Yeah.
Sticks, come and join us.
I'll send you the link, Sticks. So you have like a little while to get here. So let me just do this. Send Sticks the link because he's a douche nozzle.
Rocky 4 is. I'm not trying to pick a fight, but the same way that
Don't pick fights.
no, but the same way that Star Trek is not an action movie, Rocky's a sports movie. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Zeno, expand on that one.
I get you.
I have Rock. Didn't we have Rocky on the sports list?
The wrong Rocky.
Yeah,
You
but
had, like,
sports
Rocky
movies
5.
are action movies too.
I
Well,
can't
goddamn.
see. But then, if that's the standard we're going by, that means any movie that ever had an action scene in it is an action.
Yes. So, anyway, next was Con Air.
Shit.
What was that?
It
It's a
was
good-
mostly
it's-
dudes flying in a plane, though.
I don't know. Part of me likes Con Air.
So do I.
There's just something about it in the cast. Maybe it's just Malkovich because I love Malkovich.
No, John Cusack's really good in it too.
I mean, being John Malkovich was more entertaining. So. Malkovich,
Steve Buscemi too.
They landed an airplane in the middle of Las Vegas.
Kenny-
Well, they
Kenny
sort of
Loggins
landed.
single-
They didn't exactly land it, but
Ben says S tier for him.
It's for me. It's
Good.
definitely a good.
it's
For me,
definitely,
it's definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
Cage with long hair. Malcolm
and a
X,
weird
Malcolm X.
accent. And a weird accent.
Was this Bruckheimer or Bay, or was it both?
Mm.
Bruckheimer, yeah, it wasn't Bay.
Yeah, it's Brockheimer.
Yeah.
I say subpar for me.
You just hate Nicolas Cage.
Yes, I do.
He does.
Damn, bro. Wasn't it Nicholas
It
Cage?
is-
Yeah.
Oh, S for shit.
You know who's a great actor? Mark Wahlberg.
You
yeah.
tried to get it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I don't.
Oh,
See, I'm just saying. I don't
sakes.
see any Mark Wahlberg movies on the list, and he's been in plenty of action movies.
Right. Action films.
Ooh.
He's done a ton.
But I thought this was a list of 80s and 90s.
What about
action
Matt
movies.
Damon? Oh wait, never
Again,
mind.
80s and 90s action movies.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck out of here, over here. Listen,
This movie was fucking huge.
Mark Wahlberg was in action movies in the late '90s. He was in The Big Hit.
Yep.
He was
Yep.
in
Is that
what's
late
the one where he was a
80s?
cop?
Yep.
It was one where he was a cop. It was good.
Who's this Mark Wahlberg you speak of?
He's
All I can think about when I think about the
Marky
90s and Mark
Marky.
Wahlberg is
Oh, okay. The underwear model guy.
Yeah.
They had to try the rap. Okay.
But that was the fun part about The Big Hit. The entire cast was underwear models.
And Garland Green was not a pedo.
Look it up.
So where are we putting this?
Garland Green was not a pedo, just so you know.
He was a murderer. He was not a pedo.
He was a serial killer and a lunatic, and he would kill young
I trust
people.
I trust Perp.
Chris,
I mean Perp.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he means Steve Buscemi's character.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He wasn't. Was he?
No.
Shit, man. No, he might have been.
God damn
No,
it.
he left the little girl alone. If he was a pedo, he totally would have,
Well, he was surrounded by
Only thing they
people.
ever said about
all
him
right.
was
Let's
he
put
was-
this somewhere.
All right. What we
Yeah,
putting?
anyways, yeah.
Yeah, let's try. Yeah, because I dug myself a hole there.
All
Let's
right,
get
let's
out
do
of
this
that hole.
middle of the road. Let's move on, please. God damn you, Chris. You gotta be speaking in Perp's name and shit. Conan the Barbarian.
Good movie.
S tier.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about S tier, man.
Best of the best for me.
It's
I never saw it.
This is the one with James Earl Jones.
It's a classic. I mean, there's a great scene where James Earl Jones picks up a dead snake and makes an arrow out of it and kills Conan's wife, well, soon to be wife, the woman he's in love with. Like, it's a pretty rad movie. The big giant snake that he fights, that giant snake. I was getting my movies
What? She's
mixed
been,
up.
I've never seen this. Never seen this. Is that Diddy on your Avatar? I'm done. Done with
I love
you.
this movie. It's a good movie. To me, it's not best of the best, but it is.
I love
Very
that. Hey,
good.
I love the what do you call that? I love the montage, Joe, when like they take him as a slave as a child, they put him on that grain
Yes.
wheel or whatever, and then he just gets bigger and bigger as a, and then it's Schwarzenegger, and you're like, dude, there's no way, man, if you can get that big, bro.
All right. Where are we putting this? Good or best of the best? Or
Good.
middle of the road? Good?
Good.
Yeah, I can't put it below.
Guys?
good.
And Blade kicked off an entire universe.
I love all.
Save the company.
Even
I
though
really
she
love
loves
this
Ryan
Blade. I
Reynolds.
love the
I
trilogy,
love
to be honest, even though Dominic Purcell, but Dracula got a little weird there. Parker Posey was really fun.
I love Parker
I love the whole
Posey.
trilogy, but
Hey, Sticks Boy.
But man, I gotta be honest,
Blade.
Blade, that wonky CGI at the end really messes with me, man.
This isn't an action movie. This is a comic book movie. Get the.
It's an action movie.
Oh yeah, might as well throw all the Marvel.
No
movies
one
in
knew
there,
this was
too.
a comic book movie when it came
Oh
out.
my gosh, boo!
No,
Yeah.
Blade was such an unknown character at that time
Yep.
to general
Yep,
audiences.
she's right. She's right.
And I have a huge book full of X-Men trading cards. Blade is not in one of them.
Yep, you know she's right because I knew from the cartoon Blade the Vampire Hunter.
And
And
they made him cool. He wasn't wearing
Yeah,
that
he-
funky outfit from
Right,
Jim Dracula.
exactly. He had beefed with Spider-Man a couple times. That's all I knew about him. And then Wesley brought him to life, man, with Chris Christopherson. You know what? This has to be on Best of the Best.
Yes.
It was the first popular, successful comic book movie after The Crow. Like
Even-
The Crow, and-
Even though David Goyer wrote it.
Was The Crow successful, really?
I've already
The
told you
first
this.
one, yes.
It cost $15 million to make and made like 111. That's
The
success.
first one, yes. The next 4, no.
And I
Or
loved
was it 40
seeing
million
Chris
to make?
Christopherson. I loved the little revival of Chris Christopherson.
This
That was
movie.
fantastic.
All right, let's put this in best of the best.
And I think Blade's right. I think the movie Blade actually made Marvel switch up who Blade was in the comics and actually made him a better comic book character.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna.
All right.
But I'm proud to
the
kid on this
next-
list.
This next horrible movie.
Is that an action movie though?
John Woo,
Face
more
Off.
dubs, John Woo. Pacing issues, but a good movie. But man, it's way
Face
too long.
Off.
I like Face Off.
Yeah, they could trim a half an hour.
Hey, what's
off
up,
that.
Trav?
I still have them, King.
I'm a fan of a movie that lets Cage go full Cage.
It's good.
S tier, S. Jesus.
You're the best.
How many times you gonna type it, Cal? Zeno admitted he hates everything.
Where he's dressed like the tree priest and he just drops down and starts shaking his head. It's so dumb. Nicolas Cage is so dumb in this movie, dude. But it has that really great symbolic scene where they point the guns at the mirror.
My name is Castor Troy.
Yeah.
Remember when they
Yes.
They did it.
Control.
They did a good job of playing each other.
Yeah, and
that
it was
was-
really artistic.
Yeah,
Dude,
not
they're-
themselves. That was the weirdest thing about it. It was like Nicolas Cage was off-putting over the top, and John Travolta was like off-putting being the straight man. It
Being
was,
John
it was the
Travolta?
weirdest thing. Yeah, exactly. It was like, what? How are you having a hard time being the dude that you're playing the dude that's another dude?
And
You know,
John,
it's
like John Woo's way he does like okay, like when there's that giant shootout and he puts the headphones on the little kid and all the little kid can hear is somewhere over the rainbow during the shootout. That is dope as shit when directors do stuff like that. And when they turn to shoot each other, but they're looking in the mirror, but technically they're seeing the person they want to kill, even though it's them. Dude, yeah, this is
It's
a great movie.
it's a wonderfully ridiculous premise, and it was a fun movie. I
Just pacing issues, man. It was too long.
yeah.
Yeah. So where we put in this? Sticks, what do you think?
Dumpster fire for sure, right?
I'd go one. I wouldn't put it in dumpster, but I'd go one up.
Subpar?
Yeah, subpar. Yeah. There's worse movies out there than this.
Brian,
Middle of the road.
Joe,
Good.
Mama.
I'd say I'm about 50-50.
I am leaning towards middle of the road because this was one of those you loved it or you hated it.
Chris,
It's a good, solid movie, but because of the pacing issues, I have to go with middle of the road.
so that's middle of the road, subpar, and one dumpster fire for me. So we're gonna
That
put
was
this
Blade
in middle of the
3, John.
road.
You really didn't like this, Bruce? You didn't like this at all? Like,
He doesn't
No.
like Cage.
I don't like Cage. And I tolerate Travolta.
he's a
because of
Coppola, you know that, right?
Cyanide Night Fever.
Yeah,
I know that.
He's,
All right, just saying. All right.
so
I know.
is Talia Shire.
King's Protocol said I'm unsubscribed.
Ryan
So,
Reynolds in
I
Blade
can't
3,
hear
John.
the voice though.
Yeah, he was in Blade 3, and I remember
Mission
the-
Impossible that kicked off the series.
To me, this is the best of the best. This is still my favorite Mission Impossible movie.
This is the
Mhm.
correct way to take a TV show and bring it to the big screen.
Mhm. and the story was good. It was well crafted. It was done exceptionally well. I like I said,
Yeah.
I like this
Like-
one better than all of the other ones.
You know, and this pretty much solidified Tom Cruise as an action star, even though he really is not.
What? He's
He's not an action star. Come
He's
on.
the last rock star on the planet, man.
Yeah.
For other movies, come on, he's not an action star. Come on.
Who does mostly all of his own stunts in these movies?
He's 5'5".
This guy-
Who he saying? Who he's
this
saving?
guy-
Who is he saving?
Oh,
Lots of
so
people.
you're saying little people can't? All right. That's fucked up.
He's
not
saying he's got that Randy Newman song.
My
going.
channel will be down by tomorrow.
I love the first
Don't-
Mission Impossible. It's not my
don't
favorite.
He wouldn't trash short people. I mean, he adores me.
I like
Not,
everybody else.
not my favorite.
5'1" and above, and 4'9" and above. If you're a woman,
What's the fifth
I had to
one
throw
called?
that out there.
I,
11.
What's the fifth one called? Not the one after Ghost Protocol. That's my favorite
Not
one.
a clue.
I like them all. This was the most grounded of the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, this would be my second favorite. There
Which
is
is why
one
I
I
like it.
The
didn't
third
like.
one's bad.
I like the third one a lot because of the I love not wait, I always get this name mixed up. Philip Seymour Hoffman. I love him as a villain.
Philip Seymour Hoffman was a great villain
Yeah.
in that movie.
But yeah, this is a good.
Hey,
Even
Jeffrey.
even the weird little CGI at the end is great. It's it's wonky, but it's great. On the train and shit. Yeah, I like this one, man. This is definitely.
And it was well cast.
Uh-oh. People throwing their ages out in the chat.
And they swerved me too.
Then
I didn't know John Voight was the bad guy.
Yeah, like I said, it was a well crafted story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They swerved me, man. I had no
Nation.
idea John Voight. Rogue Nation. That
Nation?
one's so
Yes.
good, man. So good. Yeah,
So because
that
it started a franchise, best of the best.
probably he's got 7 under his belt now. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. The video
Seven,
game for
8,
N64 was better.
All right.
but he's no James Bond, and a lot of people like to compare him to James Bond. And I'm sorry, but Ethan Hunt is no James Bond.
And to me, it's a completely different thing. Yeah, it's
It's kind of like
Ready for
the
the next one?
Avengers,
Yeah.
The Avengers, but not the Avengers. You know what I mean?
Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior.
Yo, I'm gonna catch a lot of hell for this one, man. I know it. I'm ready, but I'm waiting to fucking bring it.
Since Brian made an audible sigh over there, you can go first. What do you think, buddy?
Walk away.
Just walk away,
Walk
right?
away.
Look at the cover behind him. Look at they're wearing
Yeah.
homoerotic outfits, bro.
That dude is literally tied up with a ball gag in his mouth.
I'm
both those
I'm
guys.
saying, man.
Um,
That's a Sunday night after the apocalypse.
George
Jeez, what's
Miller-
wrong with you guys?
No,
I'm putting this
Oh,
as
so
best
it's-
of the best because I love
I
it.
got this now. So the song is like it's like Midnight at the Oasis. No, it's Sunday at the Apocalypse. Bring your hockey mask.
Now that being said,
They're on their way to the Blue Oyster. Let me stop.
Right?
Chris.
Real soon.
That being said, the cars were dope as shit. The action was dope as shit. The characters were dope as shit, and even the dialogue was good. I just don't understand the weird. Like George Miller has some shit he ain't ready to deal with yet going on in his life. You know what I mean?
Well, I think what portrayed this better, and I'll shut up after this. Is the California Love music video with Tupac and
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
So, best of the best, everyone.
Mad Max 2, best of the best. Whoa, pump your brakes.
Whoa,
man.
maybe good.
Maybe good.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Six, what do you
yeah.
think?
You're stretching it here. Let's slow
Nice,
down.
One of my
Dick.
favorite movies.
Not one of
This
your
is
favorite
not one of my
movies. Dick?
favorite movies. Yeah, one of my favorite movies. I'll put it middle. The only thing I will say is to Chris is that when you talk about their outfits, I mean, when you're in apocalypse and the only thing left in the store is the lingerie section, I guess you're gonna wear what they got.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
God, I love you, Sticks. So, what do you say, Mama Bear?
I'm stuck on the lingerie thing. I say good or middle of the road.
Ugh.
I'm picturing somebody in the apocalypse world with a bustier and a lacy thong. I'm stuck on it.
So
Sorry.
is I. With red bottom
Oh, you don't have
heels.
to picture it too hard. You see it in Mad Max too.
Hey, Tina looked pretty sexy in the third one.
All right,
Or-
so we're gonna
Yes,
put this
yes, it is,
in
John.
middle of the road, I guess.
Some early Judas Priest videos.
What do you say, Joe?
You know what? With the name Road
I-
Warrior, middle of the road feels right.
All of
Right.
these are fantastic movies to me. His vision of the post-apocalyptic world is the best.
And
Oh
I
no,
said
I
best of the
love them. I
best.
just
So we'll compromise and go good.
and when
That
I was a
sounds good.
kid at the bus stop, everybody, the whole conversation was, "Have you seen Road Warrior yet? Have you seen Road Warrior yet? It's on HBO. Have you seen Road Warrior yet?" Like, yeah, it was a big deal when I was young.
There's nothing
But
else
now-
like it.
There were nothing like
nothing
it. But
else.
now when I go back and watch them, for some reason, the first ones I like it more than this one.
I am the Night Rider.
The very first one is still my favorite.
Yeah.
But
Yellow
it's-
spandex.
I mean, dude's name was literally Toe Cutter, so like, yeah, no.
he built a universe that is unlike any other that we've seen in movies,
And I'm super excited for
continues to
Furiosa.
build it out. Yeah,
Which
continues to build
version-
it out.
Okay,
Which version of the first one do you think is better? The dub version, or when he's doing his Australian accent version?
I like the Australian action version myself
Yeah.
because it's more realistic.
Right.
I don't know.
Australian
I just like that one, and I think if I'm not mistaken, you get a little more of the V8 Ford Falcon, a little bit more of the Interceptor in it. You get a little bit like another 35 seconds of it, which for me, being a car guy,
You're like,
If I remember right, in the first one as well, you do get his wife playing some sexy saxophone.
that is
oh,
true.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she
That was
goes
his
out in the
wife?
back and she's like,
All right, next up. Martial law.
Never seen it.
okay.
Wow.
Now we're going to
Never
dance.
seen it.
Oh
That
wow. Are we
woman,
getting-
I always forget her name, but she was in a
Cynthia
ton of
Rothrock.
80s.
Cynthia Rothrock.
There you go.
Cynthia
She was in
Rothrock.
a ton of 80s.
China O'Brien, baby.
Movies like
Yeah,
that.
she
China
was
O'Brien too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a subpar. I won't put it in a dumpster fire because it's still a guilty pleasure to watch it.
Well, not only
It's
that,
subpar,
this
though.
woman worked hard to get where she was.
She
Like,
worked
she's a
very
true
hard.
martial artist. I just never
80s
seen it.
guilty pleasure. So we'll
Oh,
put
wow,
in
you've never seen it?
subpar.
Yeah.
Give it the respect she
Come on.
deserved. We won't put in the dumpster fire. That was easy.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody digs Cynthia. Like
We concur.
Tango y Cash.
Oh, you got the Spanish version here?
Yeah, we got the Spanish version.
Tango y Cash.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen this movie. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen it a lot of times, but it's not a very good movie. It's not a good movie.
I love this movie. I love them paired together, and Terry Hatcher is a smoke show in this movie.
Oh, I've seen this so many times. This is definitely at least a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. It's definitely a guilty pleasure, and I like the minivan. That's like all pimped out. They wreck it in 30 seconds. Like, what are you doing? Like, they destroy the whatever with the dump trucks and shit. I don't know. It's okay.
I like buddy cop type movies.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
So I say good for this.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Yeah,
I'll go with good.
I agree. Good.
I mean,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, guys.
you got him in a whole dress and pantyhose, high heels, and he killed it.
And you got Jack Palance as well.
I don't share her enthusiasm, but yeah, I see what she's saying.
Check on it.
I did like
He
that
looked-
Ron
he looked
Howard's
better in
brother
that
was in
suit
it.
than some women I know.
Oh my God.
Ron Howard's
love
brother
Clint Howard.
was.
Clint
Ron
Howard
Howard's
is one
brother
of my
was funny.
favorite.
Yeah.
And Clint Howard's IG feed is one of my favorite things.
Oh, Clint Howard was just on The Bold and the
He was just
Beautiful 2 weeks ago.
I love Clint Howard.
He was?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was. He played a homeless.
Well, he looks like a homeless dude now.
He does look like a homeless guy. So we put this to good.
He played a homeless guy in Deep Space Nine.
Oh, that's right. Independence Day.
Oh my god, I love this movie. But
Dumpster fire.
Best of the best.
Of the best of the best. Just
Range
for the
quick
scene-
and go.
Just for the scene with the White House getting fucking nuked.
Oh, that was great scene.
Absolutely.
It's
Do you know
great.
how
He
many people
punched an
cheered in the
alien at
theater
the
when I
end,
was
and
there?
then it ended everything.
Oh, dude, in the words of my
Dumbest fucking
generation,
movie
up
ever.
yours.
Oh, imitating life.
Not only that, but this movie gave us the trailer for Star Trek First Contact. So I will
I
always
could have been at a barbecue.
I will always have a place on my heart for this movie.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
love
also it's post-apocalyptic. Who does post-apocalyptic better than Roland Emmerich?
it. And that first 15, Brian,
disaster film extraordinaire.
he
Oh,
is
yeah.
too. And that first 15 minutes is legit scary.
Oh
When they
yeah,
come
no, I
in,
loved it. I
it's
loved
legit
it.
scary, bro.
Yeah.
This is a
I mean,
great movie.
it
A lot of people
has
don't like
Brent
it, but this is
Spiner
a
as the
great movie.
scientist.
Right?
I love it.
I despised it when they brought it back for the second one. Yeah, no, I wasn't very.
I never saw the second
Yeah,
one.
they should have never made a sequel.
Who is Brent? Oh, Data. Okay, it took me a minute. Data.
Well,
Yeah,
they should have, but it should have been better.
I just finished
All right.
wrapping up the whole Gargoyle series, so yeah, I'm stuck on the whole Star Trek cast.
You have to
Well,
read the comic
was
books. They
stuck in that
continue
one.
right from the show.
I need
Brent-
to get my
Brent
hands on the
Spiner
comic
did.
book. There are so many unanswered questions from the third
Mhm.
season.
Best of the best for Independence Day.
Yeah.
Eh,
for sure.
eh.
Yeah, I'll stick with my dumpster fire.
You know, I can remember when that cartoon came out. I was still pretty young, but it was really cutting edge. That what's the leader's name? Goliath. What is
Goliath.
Oh,
yeah,
Goliath.
man. I remember everybody was talking about Gargoyles. Everybody.
that's
I've never
Keith-
seen it,
that's
but
Keith
I mean,
David.
I was pissed.
You
when it
yeah,
came-
Keith David,
went off.
the role, and
I don't know.
Any-
It
any
changes
chance
though
there is
because
hypocrisy,
after you've
beautiful.
seen, was it Me, Myself, and Irene? Where he's like, "How the hell did you get the beefs about the Franks?" Okay, I'll never get that out of my head. So
whenever I think of him, I just hear Spawn. You know, Keith,
That
or
too.
the fight scene in They Live. You know,
Yeah.
Keith David's iconic. That dude's iconic.
All right. Next up,
yeah.
The Last Boy Scout.
God, I love
This
this
movie was all right.
that's
And
S
the
tier for me.
last movie,
Anything Bruce
Bruce Willis
Willis kind
had
of goes
hair.
there.
Oh,
Sorry.
Poor Halle
pouty
Berry got
lips.
gunned.
Look,
the
he's
fuck down.
pouty.
This hits
I
my
love
sweet
Bruce
spot
Willis.
for a fun, tight.
So sad
action
what's
movie.
happening.
What happened to Damon Wayans?
His son looks just like him, so he gets all the roles now.
He was in the TV version of
Dr. Fastidia.
Lethal Weapon for a while. That's the last time I saw him.
I liked him in that show, My Wife and Kids.
But for me, middle of the road.
This is a good movie for me. I
This
would
was
say
good.
this is the best,
This
but
one's
this
good.
was. I could watch this if this is on at any time. I will sit and watch it and be happy and enjoy it, even though I've seen it a million times.
Yeah, some movies come down to rewatchability, really.
I saw it on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon after football games were over. You know, because when you're on the West Coast, you don't get late local programming after the games. You get like 3 hours of like BS before the late local programming
Yeah, the
comes
first
on.
place, the first place I actually saw it was in prison. I was very young. I was like 18, 17.
So it was
My first
censored
bit.
though. So like it was bleeped out and like with
We'll
commercials.
put it at good, I guess.
It's a good
Middle of the
movie.
road.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Good is good.
I can do that.
All right.
Good is good.
Maybe like
Bad
Sunday.
Boys.
Ugh.
Who
Good.
Was that chick again? Was that?
Yeah,
Good. First one was good. I like the sequel.
first one is good.
It's so hard because I love Martin Lawrence, but
I love the first
I
one.
don't
but
really like Will Smith.
I love the first one because there's some funny parts in it, and it's really funny. But the second one's my favorite one. But the first
Yeah,
one is a
second
good movie, man. And
It's
it's
a
got
good
that
movie.
really great car chase at the end between the Cobra and the Porsche. Man, dude.
Yeah,
I keep hearing Martin Lawrence going, "My name is Mike Lowry."
Mike Lowry.
Lowry.
Mike
Ah.
Lowry. And that's when we actually got a really good piece of Joey Pants when he's as the chief and he's like, "Hey, I was like getting them all in before you guys showed up when he's shooting baskets." It's such a good movie, dude. It's so good. It's so quotable.
no better Joey Pants than in Midnight Run.
Who's the
Yeah,
one
he's
that
good
hates
now too.
movies
Yeah,
here?
Bail Bondsman. Yeah.
I
What's the
liked
tough
the
call?
Blue Streak.
Lowry.
That was my favorite.
All right.
All right, next
Tango
up,
Gato, Los Pantalones.
the next movie is peak cinema. The cinematography
I'm
is just
afraid when you
amazing.
say that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hard Boiled,
Went
directed
very woo
by
heavy.
John Woo.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a great movie too. man.
Another best of the best movie.
Chow Yun Fat, he just kills it in everything he's in, man.
He kills
Everything
it
he's
in
in, he
everything.
kills it, man.
Yeah, you might as well just throw this in best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it in best of the best.
It's where it belongs.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen this movie.
That was
No,
the first.
me
The
neither.
first. That was, I think, the first John Woo movie I saw.
I'm gonna have to be like freaking LeVar Burton on Reading Rainbow and take your word for it.
We'll do a watch party. Where's Vince?
Of Reading Rainbow? Yeah.
No.
of Reading Rainbow. Oh.
I agree.
What-
Reading
Let's watch-
Rainbow.
Let's watch the episode where he was on the set of The Next Generation.
We got Romance in the Stone.
No, I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Did you put Jewel of the
I
Nile
love
on
this
here
movie.
too?
I was
Jewel
close.
of the
I
Nile.
was
Jewel of the
close.
Nile was not good. This was good.
It was-
This was a great
Yes.
movie.
This was a good movie.
I like both of them.
I love this movie.
Michael Douglas is so good in this movie. I'm sorry, man. It's so funny when he cuts her heels off.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Because just like the look she gives him, I'm just thinking, I didn't know high heels cost that much for women. So when I later on when I watched it, and I was told you don't even know those are $800 shoes, and I'm like, and he just cut the heel off them,
Ooh.
man. It's funny too. It's a funny movie. Danny DeVito's hilarious in it.
Thank you, Vince.
It's a good all around movie.
Mhm.
In
I
the
wanna
same,
say
It's
same
like a
vein as
treasure
an Indiana
hunt.
Jones.
It's-
In the
it's-
same vein of an Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
yeah.
kind of.
It's Tomb Raider. It's
Action
It's
adventure.
Uncharted.
I am a Michael Douglas fan, so
Plus, Kathleen Turner, you guys were, talking great
she's
about
great.
her earlier.
That voice. Oh my god,
Yeah.
man.
So
That's
say you
what we
got
should watch,
Basic
Stereo
Instinct
Mom.
on here? Do you have Basic Instinct on here? There was an action scene at the end.
I
There was lots of other
like
act-
War of the Roses better than this, but that's just me.
Oh, that was a great movie too. Oh.
What about Body Heat with Kathleen Turner?
That's not that Brian. Now Brian's just being difficult. This is actually, this actually is an action.
Sorry.
This
Romancing the Stone,
John.
John.
This is go ahead, say it, Mama.
Romancing the Stone.
Crocodile.
Stop.
I love how you
Leo,
guys
stop.
pause every time.
I'm just listening. I'm
They
along
just
for
like-
the ride when you talk. I'm just along for the ride.
What'd you
And
say?
And the theme song, the title song from this movie was pretty stick in your head good too.
And he got his
Well-
boat at the end. Fuck yeah, he got his boat.
Yep. I want to watch this now. Where is this streaming? I'll go to sleep watching this tonight.
I watched this probably a month and a half ago.
You remember when they fall that
Good
the
movie.
the mudslide, and he flies and his head lands right between her legs?
It's funny.
Best part of the
a-
movie.
A lot of actresses today will not do that type of work now. Getting down and dirty.
I love Kathleen
No,
and almost
you-
everything she's in, man. Yeah, Warshawski was a good movie. And most
Is this
people
on
ain't
Apple
heard of that.
TV? It might be
It
on
might
Apple
be.
TV. Huh. Interesting.
Probably is.
I remember that movie, the Howard Shawsky or whatever.
And Brian, how can you not love the car chase, My Little Mule Pepe? Like that
Well-
fucking truck was amazing, dude.
These are the movies that would come on Sunday afternoon
What
after the football
cow?
games were over, dude. Like,
Oh yeah, the afternoon movies.
Yeah,
these
it's
were like
fun
Sunday
movie.
afternoon movies, and like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the new episodes would come out
the right-
Sundays or whatever,
Yeah.
and like they'd be on
Yeah, these
after
were-
these movies.
These
I
these
think-
movies would come on
I
after
think
Bowling
Cal
for
was
Dollars.
responding to my comment that you guys all pause when I talk.
You said Sticks?
I said these kind of movies would come on after Bowling for Dollars at noon.
Bowling for dollars.
I see.
Bowling
I
for
always
Dollars.
saw them all on Cinemax or HBO, man.
yeah.
That's where I always saw them.
You know, although Chris, you brought up my only foible about this movie is that ending
That's
when he
straight
gets the
middle
boat.
of the day
Who
on
tows,
HBO.
who tows a boat through New York City?
I don't know. That's a little. And they
That
were in
doesn't
like
happen.
Manhattan. They were like right uptown with all the traffic.
It's
Not
back
even
when
like
the
a
PG
speedboat,
movies
it's
were
kind of
good
a-
because this movie, remember, was rated PG.
Next
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
Starship Troopers.
Ugh.
Come on, satire. Just based on satire alone, the fact that people don't understand it's a
Dewey
propaganda
Hauser in
Yeah.
movie.
space.
I love
Best
this
of the
movie.
best, bro. Best of the best.
Best of the best for me.
Rat chicks,
Oh, I don't think
roughnecks.
so.
Oh.
Joe,
Casper
Michael,
Van
Michael
Diem in his
Ironside. Michael Ironside killed it
doing
in
our
this
part.
movie. So
Get a
good.
peek. Oh.
Yep,
Oh,
this was
geez.
it. Started and ended here.
Yeah, it did. It sure did.
He
Everything.
was in
after this was
Tarzan,
garbage.
wasn't he? With Jane, what's her face?
all I have to say is Denise freaking Richards.
Oh yeah.
Denise Richards, the girl that played Dizzy.
Dina,
all of
Dina
them.
Meyer was great too. I
Even
love Dina
even
Meyer.
the
I was
captain.
more of a,
Even the
And
captain.
PH.
Even
You
the
got a
yeah,
lot of you got a lot of tits
dude.
in the movie. That was nice.
even the captain of the ship, that one girl that later on went to do Desperate Housewives, whatever her name is. The girl
True.
in the very first season of Desperate Housewives, she's the one that killed herself. Like that
Oh, and
chick.
Amy Smart's in this movie
Yeah,
too.
dude, yeah,
Oh,
Amy
dude.
Smart's it, dude. It's ridiculous.
Best of the best.
It was
Best
a
of the
hoo
best.
hoo. What's his face? Jake Busey.
Co-ed showers, bro. Co-ed showers. That's it. I'm done.
Right,
I was hooked
right,
at that point.
Exactly.
Dina Meyer's boobs twice.
Doesn't take much to win me over.
Stars, best of the best.
Brian's,
don't get me wrong.
Brian's running a like twice.
Don't get me wrong, it's no wild
did I?
things, but I'll get there.
Yeah, just put this in
Best of the best on this one. Don't even
Right
bother.
there, if I had to pick, that would be in the best of the best at the very top. Like that, might maybe.
We can rearrange it after.
In
Yeah,
the
that-
books, Carmen was a dude. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fine.
You
His
know,
face
Brian, that
seems
that
different.
really is a South American author, and it was like a propaganda.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's-
Robert
and they
Heinlein.
white-
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I mean, it sucks they whitewashed the entire movie, but
they
it's a great
made
movie.
my mom made me read the book before I could actually watch the movie. I'm sorry.
A Better Tomorrow by John Woo.
I don't
Never
watch
seen
the
this one,
movies,
man.
The
I've
bro.
never
gun
seen it.
I've never seen this
mechanics,
movie.
the gun choreography in this movie
Before he
just
comes from America.
excels past anything that has been put out in American cinema today. Do I sound like Burp?
Bro, you sound like an infiltrator. Are you getting a check from the CCP over here?
Oh my
Are
God.
you getting a check from Little Movie Perp? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's where he gets his checks from. That's why I'm asking. Why do you think? Why else push on
My headphones died.
Chinese
My headphones
freaking
died.
action films?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. That one made me have to pee.
All right.
Sorry, that's
All right, we're putting this in S tier. Thank you very much.
We're having
Yeah,
a red
of course.
scare here at the Kingdom of Nerds.
I'll have to watch
just-
this one.
I just accused the host of being a red.
No, my headphones actually died mid sentence. I had to put it on my sound bar.
Perfect.
All right.
What's the next one?
China O'Brien was
What the fuck is this?
What
It's Cynthia
the?
Rothrock again.
Dude,
See, there
there
you go.
better be
He's
some
not pulling
Chuck
off all the best of the best.
Is there any Chuck?
I will put Cynthia's movie again in subpar. I won't toss
Subpar.
her into dumpster because
Yeah.
these types of movies are still a guilty pleasure to
Yeah.
watch.
You better have some Chuck
No.
Norris on here, dude, or I'm like,
Who's got fancy?
I'm gonna go lay down. Do you got Chuck
These
Norris
are-
on here? Like
These
Lone
are the
Wolf
kind of
Quaid?
movies.
Vince, go look at some of her trailers for her movies. Cynthia
Yeah,
Rothrock.
Delta Force. Come on.
These are the kind of movies we don't get anymore. Like
Yeah.
just movies that we go to see.
If
And then
is
forget
Jim
about it,
Cotta
yeah.
on this list? Jim Cotta better be on this list.
No.
Ooh.
Now everything's got to be cinematically connected to get people to go to.
All right. Next,
Oh, we got.
The
Oh
Professional.
my god!
Oh,
Dude,
it's best of the
anything
best.
better than best of the best. Put it above best
Yeah.
of the best.
Yes.
Super
Especially
best.
the Leon the
Super best.
Professional cut.
We don't need to vote, right?
Yeah, the Leon
Best
cut
of
or
the
whatever it's called. I think I have every single cut of this movie. I love this movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
I have it on Laserdisc. What else?
Jeez, everybody was hitting S before I even said anything.
Yeah.
Red Heat
Around.
with Belushi and Schwarzenegger.
I'm not a big fan of the lesser Belushi.
Yeah, even according to Jim, sucked.
I'd say good for Red Heat. I liked it.
I mean, Kindergarten Cop was better. I mean, if we're
Yeah, it was.
we're splitting hairs here.
He's not too
Belushi's
long.
good in this movie.
I just-
So
I
far,
can't-
middle of the road.
I can't get past that it's Jim Belushi. It's hard for me.
Okay, so the lesser Belushi gets subpar. There we go.
What do you say, Mama?
Middle of the road, maybe? Because I know some are saying that it's good. So
I think Red Heat and Junior are the only two Schwarzenegger movies I've never seen.
You never seen Red Heat?
No, I even seen that weird one where his daughter's a zombie, but I've never seen this one.
Yeah.
We'll throw it in. The chat really likes it. We'll put it in middle of the road.
sounds good.
Return of the Jedi.
You son of a bitch! You're gonna make me put my favorite Star Wars movie in like a different spot.
You can
Because
go
as
for
an
it,
action,
wherever you want to put it.
No, dude. Okay, first off, that the action in the original trilogy is a very suspect word. Okay, you could say that about prequels because there was a lot of action. This fight between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, especially in Return of the Jedi, was far more emotional than actually physical and okay, am I wrong here, people? Like, seriously, are you gonna say the Emperor shocking him while he's laying on the floor was action? Yeah, that was boring.
Movie.
And there's
slowly picks
there's
him
a,
up
what are you talking? There's a 20-minute. You're only talking about. There's a 20-minute star battle.
Yeah, there's also the speed bikes in the forest.
There's the Ewok fight. This is an action movie.
Chihuahua.
I still agree. I still agree. It shouldn't be on this list though.
All right. Yeah.
But
I love this movie. It's my favorite.
I love that lightsaber fight when he starts to win. When he finally snaps out.
The emotion in that fight, dude. Come on now.
It's the only time in the entire trilogy where the music changes.
Well, because you didn't know if he was gonna go dark or fucking light. It was like, bro, what's going on here?
Well, he flipped out. I thought he was gonna.
Yeah, never. He's like, I'll never. Oh, yeah. No, that was the best part of the whole. That is Star Wars right there for me. Okay.
Hey, what's up now, Necron? Over some.
I agree, Necron. I agree. I agree 100%.
The panel voted.
So
where are we putting Return of the Jedi?
Space opera. That's where we're putting this.
Yeah, I have to abstain from this vote.
I don't know, man. Where'd you put Empire?
Put it one above Empire.
Good.
Put it one above Empire will work for me.
Put it right with Empire.
That's my compromise, but it has to be one ahead of it.
I like this one more than Empire.
So we have to move Empire down to middle of the road.
No, just put them in the same tier. Just move it to the left of it. That's all you got to do.
All right, that works.
You know how this works, Bruce.
Signify it's better. I mean, come on. We go left to right when we rethink, correct?
I want it third from the left.
Did you time him out?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
I mean, let's be fair. Yeah. Let's put it at the top of good. I mean, if we're gonna do that, because it's gooder than good. It's just.
I don't know if good is a word, but I'm gonna go with you. It is gooder than good.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I'm getting
Rambo
tired.
2.
Blah 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 blah.
Isn't this where we started getting formulaic with these movies? Like so much so that they actually like parodied it. And I gave you a parody on here, and you probably didn't put it on there. I said the Hot Shots movies. Fucker.
Yeah. Part 2.
Yes.
Here's what happened with Rambo 2. Okay.
You gonna put Spy Hard on here too?
They was not. They didn't expect First Blood to be so popular. They knew it was going to be good, but they didn't. So they were like, "What can we do to make this guy a one-man army?" And that's what they did.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Rambo. I love First Blood. Like to me, First Blood is the best of the best type movie. But the Rambo movies after that just do nothing for that. To me, they're.
Although the end with the helicopter fight was dope as shit. I'll give it that. The helicopter dogfight was really good. Him and the Russians.
Called Rambo.
Oh, and him hiding it. This is a good movie. It's not best. No, this is middle of the road.
You gonna put it in good? Middle of the road? Anyone?
Anyone? I guess, yeah.
There's 5 of us here.
Subpar, middle of the road, man.
All right, middle of the road for Rambo 2.
Zeno got timed out.
Oh,
That's
man,
what
that's
you
messed
get.
up.
Trying to be an edgelord.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, he blows the guy up with a bazooka.
Rocket launcher.
No.
I agree.
He blew a guy up with explosive tip arrows. He shot the
Had-
helicopter down with the bazooka.
Had they somehow started the franchise with this movie, I would probably feel different about it, but they didn't.
You guys
They
have
started
fun
with
with
First
this. I'm gonna
Blood.
refill my water.
Did you put the best Schwarzenegger movie in here? Last
The greatest.
Me too.
This is the greatest action movie of all time.
This is easy best of the best.
If
Best of the
this
best.
or Alien,
That's
this
the best, but
this or Aliens, I don't know. This or Aliens, but
Aliens
in
is
my
better
opinion,
than T2.
I think
Terminator.
T2 might be the greatest action movie of all time.
Get down.
They had
Yeah,
that
I
new
guess this is
technology.
like
Brian, they had the brand new technology. You had a liquid metal robot. You didn't like
the Guns N' Roses in the score and the
you
music
actually
video.
care. Back when it was still cool to have Guns N' Roses around.
That's
You
the
actually
best.
cared about the T800. You actually gave a shit about him,
Right?
bro.
You can be mine.
There's no dispute. Anybody? We
No
going
dispute.
best of the best.
I do like the drummer.
Sorry about this. I put it in twice.
What?
I put it in twice by mistake.
That cover almost looks like a meme.
Like, bro,
It
he's
is
saying
me.
like it's a fake baby. It's like that's not even real. That's not even real. Oh no, that's terrible.
That is a
All
hard
right.
one, man. That one could go down at I don't know.
On target.
Oh Jesus.
Like, man,
Van Damme with long hair.
it's that weird mullet, but his Creole accent in this. That fight where he does that great leg sweep and fucks that dude up next to the Camaro. It's got Yancey, what's her name? Yancey Thigpen, Yancey Butler, whatever her name is in it. Witchblade girl.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
Yancey Butler?
Yancey Butler. This is a great movie. This is a really good movie. It's not one of his best though. It's not Bloodsport.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
not
It's
Kickboxer or
it's no
Bloodsport.
It's not Lionheart. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
even Sudden Impact.
Yeah.
John Woo's best movie.
What's that one with Natasha Henstridge in the 90s?
Maximum Risk.
Yes.
Yep.
There were boobs in that one too.
Terminator woke. What the hell?
This is a middle of the road movie for me. It's
Well, see,
watchable.
the one thing I loved about all these movies is they had like those great gratuitous nudity scenes back in the day. So it was
partial nudity.
This was surviving the game before surviving the game.
right.
So are we going?
anyone
middle
ever
of the
seen
road?
it?
It's no double impact where he got to
Oh yeah,
expand his chops and play Twin Brothers.
Time Cop was better than this.
Cyborg guys, come on now.
That's one of my favorites. This Cyborg.
All right, middle of the road, everyone.
Middle
Yeah.
of the road. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
baseline
I don't
for the
remember
Van
my
Damme
mom
movies.
putting this one on.
Is there any Seagal on here?
Best of the best.
Come on, man. Just stop
Yeah.
playing. Just stop playing. Don't even ask anybody. Just stop
Oh,
fucking
listen.
around.
It's not a
You know
debate.
what
Put it up there,
By
all
the
way
way,
to the
guys.
left.
By the way, May the 11th was the 30th anniversary of this movie's release. We are in the anniversary month. 30 years ago this month, this movie
Yeah.
came out.
Hell yeah.
Best of the
And
best.
I'm just gonna put it out there for someone who's probably lurking at the moment. The villain is Canadian.
The villain's Canadian, motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little. I had too much.
Aren't all
caffeine.
villains?
One of my friends in high school, her father is best friends with him.
But then again, technically, there were like 5 villains in this movie.
I just like, dude, this
Are
gave
you
us
talking
I'm
Top
talking
Dollar?
about the main one.
Top Dollar. I love him. I love
this
him.
gave us
Top Dollar.
this gave us
Love-
classic WCW Sting. For
Wait,
years
now
and
you're,
years
now
and
you're
years.
now you're just you know what I mean. What are you doing, Brian? Brian? No, Mama
And
Bear.
he's
Here's
a
a stupid
great
story.
man.
All right, I used to have really long hair up to a few years ago. All right,
Mhm.
I used to dress like the Crow every year, and I'd paint my face and everything, and I would do it for the kids, and I would give out. I'm like Bill Burr. I give out whole candy bars. I'm
For
that
the
little kid.
kids.
Whole fucking candy
My
bars,
only
bro.
thought, yes.
Right? I give out whole full-size candy bars. Anyway, they would knock on the door and they were like, "Oh, cool, Sting," and I would get so pissed. I don't know what- You ever just
Remember,
you ever
that-
just no,
that
really, you
that
ever
thing
just
was
drop
very
kick?
timely.
Have you ever just
That
wanted to drop kick a
the
little
first
7-year-old
3 or
across
4
your
years.
yard?
Oh yeah, no, like the first 3 or 4 years afterwards, everyone was Eric Draven. After that, when Sting adopted it, that's when the image came shifted. That because
There's a
the
reason
following
why he
like
did,
3 or 4
you know?
Crow
Yeah.
movies sucked.
I still watch this. I've watched this movie I've watched it hundreds of times, but I watch it every October 30th every year. Like
Well, no,
clockwork.
it was still the coolest era of Sting too. It's better than like the Surfer Sting, you know. Yeah. So, but no, this is a great movie. This is best of the best, 100%.
Right. Next up, The Fifth Element.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waterboard you guys with the Crow.
I personally absolutely love this, but I can see why people don't.
No. This is so different. This is such a different sci-fi movie. I love this movie, dude.
From the
watch this movie over and over.
Lulu Dallas Multipass.
Oh, dude, we got Luke Perry at the beginning, counting how many times the dude says Aziz Light. No, dude, I just absolutely love this.
Multipass.
Lulu Dallas Multipass. I've seen somebody with one of those in his wallet, and I was like, bro, that's awesome. Okay, so it's like
I have one. I have a Lulu Dallas Multipass.
It's like a secret handshake,
I do
baby.
too.
Okay, and then Ruby Rod. Okay, you cannot go wrong with Chris Tucker for one. But
and listen,
Chris Tucker playing somebody that you've never seen him play before. Like,
and listen, before Zoe Saldana, before Zoe became the queen of sci-fi and the queen of action, Mila Jovovich was the queen. She was the hardest working woman in Hollywood when this movie came out. She was doing so many different films at once, all her own stunts. You know what I mean? Like this was just a different kind of movie. And Gary Oldman, he kills it in everything.
Luc Besson did something special, man. You had to have a foreign director make a movie like this. I don't think an American could have made a movie like this.
Name me one bad thing Gary Oldman's been in. One. I'll wait.
If anybody says a freaking Air Force One, I will. Oh my gosh, I will lose my mind.
Who?
Air Force One? Oh, Gary Oldman.
He was one of the.
He's one of the greatest actors of our generation.
Harry Potter too.
Bruce, I don't think we can be friends anymore, man.
He's so good in True Romance.
Hold on, I'm pulling up your replacement now.
All right. Well.
So we're going good or best of the best for
best of the best?
Elements?
Best of the best for me.
Yeah, this one's up there, man. This has got to be best of the best. This one's just it's
so
different.
rewatchable.
This
very
one hits
rewatchable. I have purchased every iteration of this movie from DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. Can't help myself.
Guess what I have it on?
What do you got?
Oh my goodness!
I have it on Laserdisc.
You have it on the Laserdisc. Beyond the Thunderdome.
Look, just because of Tina, I'll bump it up from middle of the road to good because Tina kind of killed it in this, and she still looked great. You know, I didn't like that he didn't have a muscle car anymore. I don't know what he was doing with Bigfoot, Gravedigger, or whatever the fuck he was driving, but it's Mad Max. You know, like
I'll go good.
It had that one dude that was flying.
Yeah, that
they do.
funny as shit and everything.
You're
And
very
Master
correct.
Blaster. Oh my god, who runs
Master Blaster?
Didn't the wheel make the deal?
Oh my god!
And once again,
Lost
WC
Children.
Heavy did a short on this. So there you go.
And he did that. He found that weird tribe of the lost children. And
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Every movie that there's something crazy and awesome in it.
George Miller's just a different kind of dude, man. He really is, man.
He loves building out this universe, and I'm
so excited for Furiosa, guys. I
If
don't
it wasn't
care.
for this, and in terms of expediency, we'll put it in good. I'll take good.
You want to put this in good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it should be in good. Just for Tina alone.
I don't need another
That could
hero.
pronounce apocalypse.
Don't
But no,
get me
for
started
real, what
singing
was he
Tina.
doing? What was he doing in a monster truck? What the fuck? What happened? I have questions, people. Where did the Ford Falcon go? Where's the
Didn't he run out of gas in the second one?
No, because if you watch the new one, he had it back. Remember, Fury Road, he had it back. He flipped it like.
Didn't he get it
17
taken away
times.
from him in the beginning of the third one? Then
I don't know what happened.
I think he got it jacked from him, bro. I want to see.
Man, that might have been it. That might have been it. But he had like this
All right.
big.
Red Dawn.
Come on, man.
The first one.
First
Wait,
one.
wait, wait,
That
wait.
better be the first one.
Not the one with Thor, right?
No.
Yeah, no.
And the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody or whatever that other
Oh,
kid.
hey,
Jake and
yeah,
John.
right.
Jake
If you
and
grew
John.
up when I grew up and didn't eat Scream Wolverines repeatedly, you weren't living.
Come on,
Jennifer
man.
Grey, and C. Thomas Howell or whatever. Like, let's go.
Bro, come on. The Deer Blood scene, which they messed up in the new one, by the way.
Oh, and it also had Leah Thompson in it.
It also had Powers Booth in it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The pilot. And that
Yeah.
scene, my favorite scene in the movie.
I'll say good.
It's what?
I'm saying good.
Wow, you just
Come at me. I'm right here.
I just can't. Look, all
If
I'm
you got
saying is
Iron Eagle on here, 'cause I
the
love that movie too.
scene
Oh,
where
me too.
Robert, the helicopters show up, and he's the kid that drank the deer blood, and they always told him there's gonna be something different about you. That scene where he takes on the helicopter with nothing but an AK-47, he knows he's gonna die, but he's
Ooh.
consumed by the war. Dude, this is a brilliant film. This should be on everybody's top 10.
So, what's everybody's
It's a best of the best for me, but
It's pretty
because
good.
of my age and the time it came out.
But I saw it when I was older. So
Iron Eagle was my first
I love
drive-in
Iron
movie
Eagle.
that I ever
I
saw
love
at
Iron
the
Eagle.
drive-in.
Iron Eagle.
I'm the only one that's saying good. Everybody else is best of the best.
I'm agreeing with you on good, but I'm willing to go with best of the best for the majority vote.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds good.
actually at middle.
Iron Eagle was so good though, right?
Right?
Sorry, but
Iron Eagle was fun.
yeah, it was
All
so
right.
fun.
The Rock,
Masters, The Rock. I don't
Hammer
know,
to
man.
Fall from Queen is in that movie, dude.
middle of the road.
For The Rock? Are you kidding? Are you being serious? It's just because of
Look
Nicolas
who's in it.
Cage. Wow, you are an absolute. Do you see who's
Ed O'Neill.
It's
Look who's
good
front
because
and
of Sean
center.
Connery. Thank you very much.
Okay, good.
So
I'll give
Sean
it good
Connery
for
cancels
Sean
out Nicolas
Connery.
Cage.
He can do no. Yes, he can do no wrong.
Ed
Okay, I
Harris
got it.
killed it. Michael Bain killed it.
Possible.
Even in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it's a good movie because of Sean Connery.
I so love that movie.
I love that movie so much.
What, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
I had this on VHS. The Rock. Yeah.
Hey.
I didn't know who any of those people were. I remember thinking the movie was cool, the car was cool, the submarine was cool, but I didn't know who any of those characters were except for the Bride of Dracula or whatever. Like I'm like, who is the guy who is the guy from the painting? What's his character?
From the painting?
Yeah.
Dorian Gray.
Dorian Gray.
Dorian
Yeah.
Gray.
Who is Dorian
Each-
Gray? Like
That's an old
That
story.
that is each one of them is based off. This is a comic book series, but each one of them is actually based off of classic
Literature.
novels, and
Oh.
that one is The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Oh, that makes
There
sense.
was a
Jekyll and
reading
Hyde. That makes
challenge.
sense. Yeah.
Yes, there was a reading challenge based off of all of the stuff that went into League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it was a 15 book challenge. I did most of that when I was pregnant with my daughter. I consumed 12
Wow.
books while I was
That's
while I was
awesome.
pregnant with her.
That's amazing.
That was Natasha Henstridge, right? The Species girl, the girl from Species, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, man. I remember thinking this is a good movie, but I wish I knew who was who.
The Rock. I've seen this movie so many times. It's not even funny. Ed
It's
Harris
so
was really
good.
good in it. It also has Michael Biehn in it. So you can't never go wrong with Michael Biehn.
I mean, he dies in everything, but whatever.
Right. I'm gonna go good though, just because it's ruined it for me. And there's a couple inaccuracies that really drive me insane, especially when the rocket is quote unquote heading for Oakland. No, that fucking stadium it was going towards was the San Francisco. Yeah. Anyways, that's where my team played. So yeah. No, the Rock was good, but there was an accuracy.
Remember the beginning where he's like, when the doll releases all that shit, and then he's like, "You want me to stick this in my fucking heart?" The big
Right.
needle.
Right.
It's
right.
so
The
good.
adrenaline.
It's so well done.
So we're going good, great, middle.
Good.
At least this is a good movie.
Good for me.
It's good for
Yeah.
me.
All
Solid
right,
good.
good.
Is that the second one?
And then we have
Oh, come on. No, this movie sucked.
Oh, damn it.
I
This
don't know,
is the
man.
one even Bruce hated.
Half this movie is flying around, stuck in a holding pattern, literally.
It pains me to say this as a diehard Bruce Willis fan, pun not intended. This was the one he hated. For me, it would be Dumpster Fire.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call it a bad movie because I can watch it, but it's definitely subpar for me. The second one, the first and the third ones are the real standouts, and to me anyway.
Hang on, did it have Colin Meaney in it though?
It's the one.
Not a Christmas movie. Sorry.
I'm going with Dumpster Fire.
First one.
I did not like
Second
two at
one.
all.
It's hard because I live near the airport, so.
Die Hard 2. It still had Bill Atherton in it, so you
You
can't
live
go
near
wrong.
the airport.
Near Dallas.
That one dude was pretty badass. So the guy from Demon Knight, he was in it. That guy. He was
So John Amos was in it.
It was
Yes.
John Amos.
The senator.
Oh, John Leguizamo. There we go.
Dennis Franz.
Dennis Franz, dude, NYPD Blue,
Right.
NYPD Blue.
Right.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, so where are we putting this? Subpar or Dumpster Fire?
Dumpster Fire.
Middle of the road.
I'm just trying to see if the cast can redeem it, but I don't see it.
No.
There's no
I'm-
saving redeeming.
I'm a
this
middle.
movie.
Oh, no,
This
hang
one,
on,
I
hang
don't
on.
trash
Hang
it.
on. Colin Meaney is in it.
It had the dad from Good
Again,
Times in
Colin
it.
Meaney.
Bruce
Meaney.
hated
Yes,
this
John
movie.
Amos.
Dude, freaking
All of the stuff
Chief,
he's done. He
Chief
hated this
O'Brien,
one.
dude. Yeah, no, Dumpster Fire.
Yeah,
Dumpster
I don't know.
Fire.
I'm not really feeling it. I was never really feeling
Torture.
this one, man.
All right.
Torture.
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, gosh. I didn't like
this
Gina
movie.
Davis in this movie. Other than that,
Can I
It
just
was
make a
it was
can I
sub,
just-
it was subpar
What?
for me.
yeah? See, that's we're gonna have a problem. Can I just make a case for this movie? This was look all them female assassin movies that are out now. This is kind of the one that started them. Charlie Baltimore, man. Like this is kind of the one that started them.
I think Cynthia started it.
but like the thing was like this was like gotta remember this is like right when Gina Davis was in a bunch of shit. So it's like she was in A League of Her Own, and then she was in like
Quick change.
yeah, no, so and Cutthroat Island. Remember that, Jim?
Quick change.
I don't. I like this. I like this one, man, with the doll and with the gas and the way she gets out of the freezer and she said that you're gonna die screaming, and then she tells him die screaming, motherfucker. Like this is a great movie, but I guess a lot of people don't like this one as much as I do. I don't know.
I don't mind. I'll watch it. To me, it's a middle of the road movie. Like I'll watch it and I'll be okay with it.
Well, and to those who say we never really had any female action leads, Gina Davis is
Yeah,
top build.
yeah. She's definitely top build. She's top build, and but what I mean is like that, like not. She was Jason Bourne before Jason Bourne. Is all I'm saying. Okay, she didn't have a memory, and she was a fucking assassin, and she could rock the shit. Like she was doing it before even Matt Damon was doing it.
She's no Remo Williams, but
She's no emo Phillips.
What are we putting this? Middle of the road? Subpar?
Sure.
Middle of the road.
So far.
Middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
All right.
Yeah.
True Lies.
I gotta be honest, man. This is one of Carpenter's, or not Carpenter, Cameron's best movies ever. I mean, it's up there with Aliens. The scene with the Harrier, it had Eliza Dushku in it. That was pretty cool.
I watched this again just probably about a month ago, and it still stands up. It still very
stands
watchable.
up.
Best of the best? No
That's
need?
the best.
Yeah,
Best of the
Tom
best.
Arnold was actually funny in it.
Yes.
Wait, you didn't like him in The Stupids?
Did anybody? No. No, he was great. He killed it in what was it, McHale's Navy?
Oh, McHale's Navy. Yeah, he's good in that one.
All right.
There was no down Periscope.
I knew that I had a feeling that was going to be next. I don't know why.
Hey, I'm sorry. 3 boobies, best of the best.
Yeah, and
That's
this,
the
and
best.
this is another one of those that's just so different, man.
Gives these
It's
people
iconic.
air.
Oh man, it's so iconic.
Oh, and it's Sharon Stone back in her most Sharon Stonest.
When he pulls the thing out of his nose,
Hannigan, Michael Ironsides.
Oh my! I remember being a kid. grabbing
Oh,
my
oh yeah,
nose.
and Michael Ironside is the bad guy, dude. Come on.
That's
no.
excellent, man.
All
And,
right.
and the, The
Not even
RoboCop
And Ronnie
villain-
Cox. And Ronnie
Yeah,
Cox.
the RoboCop villain. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
And I'm a little sad I haven't seen RoboCop on this list because I really want.
I purposely kept
yeah,
that
another
off.
one, RoboCop, man.
No, I don't vape. King,
Best
I
of the
don't-
Bitch
best.
sleeve.
That's to the best.
Best of the
Okay,
best.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
The first
This,
Die Hard
this,
movie.
this is the greatest
best
action
Christmas
movie of
movie.
all. This
wait
is
a
the
minute.
greatest action movie of all time.
No. This isn't an action movie. This is a Christmas movie.
That's
okay.
right.
It's both.
Love. F that. I've had to argue with so many people calling this a Christmas movie, which I vehemently disagree with. I mean, just because it's a movie set during Christmas, it's a
Boobies.
Christmas movie. But anyways, yeah, no. Who likes it when what's his face, gets his? And
This is
talking
my
about
dad's. This is my.
and I'm talking about that coked up one salesman dude. You know,
This was my dad. This was my dad's favorite movie of all
Definitely.
time. His favorite movie of all time, and I still remember the first time I watched it. But just let me ask you guys a question. You know how we all collect? We all collect things, right? That are expensive. Do you know my dad bought a hot toy of Nakatomi Plaza?
Oh my
Who the
god.
I love
fuck
it.
buys
I
a
love it.
hot
I love
toy
it.
of a
I-
building?
Fucking love
Did he
it.
buy a
I
small
like it.
Hans Gruber to throw him off?
Yes,
with?
yes. Oh man, and I'd be up on the top floor going, if all the terrorists in the world, I had to shoot the
All
one.
right.
with the
Man.
shoes.
All right, let's try to get through the rest of this list.
Yeah, all right. Man. Come on.
Remo Williams.
Never seen it.
The hell?
Never.
Oh,
Remo
it's
Williams
so
is the best of the
good.
best for me. Fred
Rest
Ward is
in
so
the best
great
for
in
me.
it.
Rest in peace, Fred. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
so,
it's
and this
so
one
much
was
fun.
so different. This one was
Yeah.
really different
And-
too. And by the way, Captain Janeway's in this.
Yeah, she
No,
is.
Yeah.
what? All right.
Yep,
Well, it's
that's
up.
the-
It's up a notch for
That's
me.
to the best.
Sorry.
It is a fun
Let's
movie.
go. Next one. What's up? What we got?
Yeah, that's best of the best. But nothing.
Oh.
Best of the best, the best of the best.
It was a weekly watch for me in college. We would watch it every
Now,
week.
hey, Joe, do you remember? Like, they haven't ever done it.
Invasion
since.
USA.
Do you remember how the
Dude.
Statue of Liberty was surrounded by scaffolding?
Yeah.
And that's when they filmed it. When you go back and watch that movie, it's Invasion USA was garbage.
Bro,
Yeah,
his mustache is shooting the guns, dude. Are you seeing that?
This is
It's like
such
not-
garbage.
Chuck Norris's Chuck
it's one of-
Norris's mustache, bro.
It's one of the few Chuck Norris movies I don't like.
This is bad.
Mama, I'm a little scared. Mama might like it because he does have a partial Canadian tuxedo on.
Do you
he
like it?
does.
That-
With the leather belt.
Honestly, I never got into the whole Chuck Norris, fascination.
I agree.
The most I know
mean,
of
it's-
Chuck Norris is that exercise thing he kept trying to,
Oh,
pimp.
that's right.
I
Oh,
mean,
the-
it's no,
the leg
it's no,
stretcher.
My Chuck was Silent Rage, Delta Force. You know what I mean? Those,
it's no
those are my Chuck.
sidekicks.
Yeah.
Okay, it's no sidekicks. Okay,
All right.
Yeah.
Sudden death. I know I put it in twice.
I
Did I
love
put it
sudden
twice?
death.
Does it
Again,
get-
that's my
Yeah.
home. That's where I grew up.
does it get any better?
It was filmed. It was filmed around the time that I was going to a lot of games there. So it's
Penguins, baby.
yep. It's very near and dear to me. I will say it's a good movie.
The Octagon's another good one. That might be the first one I ever
I would
saw.
agree with that. I
Silent
would agree with
Rage or
Joker.
the Octagon. Yeah.
No.
Good movie.
Ah, Shiza.
Yeah, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
Bloodsport.
Oh, best of the best.
Oh, it's trash. What are you talking about? Come on.
Dimmock.
Kumite.
Diff touch.
What the
I mean,
hell is
don't
it?
get-
Dude? What
I
the
mean,
hell?
don't get me wrong. They found out.
Hey,
later
it's
that
based on a
Frank-
true story.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a great movie, but Frank Dukes is so full of shit.
I bought this movie. I own it on Vudu. I'm like,
Eh.
nah. I'm purchasing this one,
And it has ogre in it. Come on.
dude. He's that's one of my favorite characters in that movie. He's like he couldn't get the bricks broken, so he just takes it and busts it over his forehead. Oh
And you
yeah.
got Forrest Whitaker in there. It's
Oh
fun.
yeah, dude. Forrest Whitaker, dude. Get out of here. Fresh off of Air America. You know.
So, what do you guys think?
So, where are we putting this?
I
Good or
think
best
this-
of the best?
Oh, you got it.
This
This is the best of the
Van
best.
Damme. Yeah, this is Van Damme's best movie of all time.
Van
Without a doubt.
Damme.
All right, and then for all you martial art fans,
Oh boy. I haven't
Here
seen
we
this
go.
one.
Tai Chi Master Sean Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh.
Man, I bet it's a great movie, but I've never
S
seen it.
tier.
Yeah, I bet
Amazing.
it's a great movie. It's. I mean, look who's in it.
Best of the freaking best. mid-1990s goodness.
I'm gonna ask because I came in late. Did you at least have
Fist of the
Best
Legend,
Best on your
starring
list?
Jet Li.
Hold up.
No, there's
What
no
was that?
best of the best on the best of the best list.
Yeah, really.
should
And
be
the,
the best.
and the first best of the best was good. Campy as hell, but good.
Did anybody see Fist of the Legend
No.
besides me?
No.
What the hell were you guys doing in the 90s?
We're not cultured.
Dating.
From,
I was in college.
Getting
Ah.
laid.
getting laid. Well, I was doing
We're
prison
trying.
time. I was
Wow.
doing prison time in the 90s.
You were getting laid? Really?
Hopefully
And
you
you doing
weren't getting
prison
laid,
time?
Chris.
I was playing video
What?
games.
Iron Monkey, Best of the Best.
I was playing video games.
Actually, it was good. Actually.
Monkey, what did you?
And the last movie had to throw some
Playing Leisure Suit Larry, probably.
Jackie
Police Story.
Chan, Michelle Yeoh,
That's a great
Super
one.
Cop.
Yeah, that is a
S
great,
tier.
great movie.
Never seen it.
It's a great
It's-
movie.
It's Jackie Chan doing Jackie Chan stuff, but Michelle was really young when
I
they
never
did-
got into
Michelle's
Jackie
still the
Chan
shit.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in everything.
She's everything.
She was in James Bond. That was cool.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Was she? Oh,
That's an action movie.
awesome.
Yeah, that is it for the tier list.
Well, he started the list like this afternoon, and he had to rattle through a lot. I told him he should make a top 100 and do it over 2 nights.
I literally did it at like 7:00. That's procrastinating.
I got shot down for
I wasn't
my,
sure if I
my
was going to
picks.
stream or not.
I got shot down for my picks, and then I come to find out we got some nonsense on here. So
I can't believe RoboCop wasn't on there.
It's not an
intro-
action movie.
You don't think RoboCop's an action movie?
No.
It's satire, just like
Empire's boring ass Strikes Back is okay.
how is
Okay.
RoboCop not an action movie? It's satirical, just like Starship Troopers.
How,
in a different
whoa. We're not glazing past that. How is Empire Strikes Back boring? I mean, one of the most popular Star Wars characters who has 5 lines in the entire trilogy. And one of them is you know, you got the
So right.
There's a lot of movies that
you-
are
Boba.
exciting.
Who are we talking
Japanese
about?
guy, a guy that drinks blue milk.
Boba
yes.
Fett.
Oh, Boba. Yeah. I never understood the whole. Now that the Mandalorian's out, okay, but even growing up, being the biggest Star Wars fan on the planet, I never understood the romance behind people's love for Boba Fett.
I
Like,
know, right?
what? He's in the movie for like 7 minutes of the entire
Well,
trilogy.
they gave him way too much love. Way too much love. And then when they changed his voice to Tamara Morrison,
I think the Sarlacc had more screen time than Boba
Yeah.
Fett did.
especially in the special edition.
And yes, you guys can clip that comment up from me if you want. You know, I let the Star Wars fandom come at me. He had 5 lines. One of them was
Yeah, I never really thought. I never really consider. I didn't really like Boba Fett that much. You know, he never really was.
I never understood the devotion, love. For
I can
Boba Fett.
respect that
Got
one's
it.
take. Because it's
It
not
was a
gross.
cool toy.
I
It was
prefer
a cool toy, and that's
Oh,
what
he
I
just
really
looked awesome.
No, he
There
did
he is,
look
right
dope.
there.
He did look dope. I mean, but I never understood like why he became such a. Maybe it's because he had such the mystery around him is what made him.
And
So
it was a cool toy. It was a cool toy that people liked as a toy. Carried that over.
Love it. But it's after 1:00. We've
Yeah.
been streaming for
Okay.
almost 4 hours now. Holy crap. I want to thank everyone for showing up, hanging out, helping with the stream. Thank the chat. Please hit the like, subscribe. If you haven't subbed to Six Boy, Joe's Doolin, Chris, the Nobody Jedi, Mama Bear, and Brian, please do so.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
And have a good night. I will see you guys again, maybe on MME. Who knows? Not Tuesday though.
Me.
MME. So have a good night, everyone. Take care. Sayonara.